quick overview of like what happened last week.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I have to Okay, it's restarting.
Okay.
Okay, so this laptop is so gentle that if I like literally touch it the wrong way,
it goes off.
Yeah, so that's actually just what happened. So
Gotcha. Okay.
let me see. Let me check YouTube. Okay, so honestly, we are good to go.
Right.
We started. All right, 7:00. Yo, what is good? What is good, everybody? Appreciate you, DE, being early in the chat as always. We appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode. This is the post-hurricane podcast. It was we're okay. Barty's okay. Devin's okay. Devin won't be here due to work. Nick is okay. So for all of our followers who are in the Florida area, we hope that you are safe and hope that you still have power.
Yes.
Because that was definitely touch and go. I did not realize it was going to be that bad.
Yeah, it definitely crept up. I mean, we were all, I think, a little more prepared, which was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hit us. So, yeah, thoughts and prayers to everyone on the West Coast too. We're on the opposite coast, so
right.
Didn't hit us as bad, but we still got a lot of it. So,
dude, I don't know if you saw like all the stats, but it was like I think like 160 confirmed tornadoes.
Yes, that was what did a lot of the damage.
Yeah.
I think was the tornadoes.
Yeah,
and they were spawning everywhere. And I'm like,
dude. Sorry. Yeah, I clicked over on the other one. It's like an infinite echo. Okay, we're good now. Yeah, 160 confirmed tornadoes. It just looked like twisted metal, seeing everyone's car flipped. House.
There was a dumpster in someone's house, I think, on the West Coast. It was like the big, the ones you like when you move out, the big ones you put in the driveway. Yeah, like flipped up somewhere. Yeah, it was one thing after another. It was crazy. Then the flooding over there too. So, I mean, they're still recovering. And then obviously Tampa Bay Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk maybe a little bit about that. But
what was the baseball? Was it the Marlins that got ripped?
That was Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, Rays.
That was
sorry. All right.
Yeah,
I was thinking when you said Tampa Bay, I thought Buccaneers.
No, you're good. They got flooded too a little bit.
Yeah.
Raymond James did, but no, So Tropicana Field, which that was the Royal Rumble was it this year, and the roof got tore off.
That was bad.
So the thing with that was weird is because it came out that was supposed to sustain. I think it was like 110-mile-an-hour winds, and the winds that was documented was like 100. It was something. So the rate for what it was supposed to withstand was high. And then the wind was right underneath that. And they were like, I mean, it is old. The stadium's like 25 years old. So either way, they're going to have to figure out something.
Well, now they have a reason to renovate it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. DE said, I would like to clarify that the fits is much better today, Ronnie. Sean, that hurricane kind of messed up my fit. Honestly, though, I got tired of wearing black, so I just wore white today.
It's a little cold outside right now, too.
Yeah. It's actually, I
think we're in the 60s.
Yeah. We finally got a wind or a cold front.
Yeah.
So I figure I just, make myself comfortable.
That New England blood that I had, it's gone.
Yeah.
I walked outside, it's cold. Yeah. I used to walk out like 50, I'd be fine.
Yep.
Not anymore. It's cold out.
That SoFlo weather got to.
Oh, it's got it.
That's crazy.
We're in it now.
But appreciate you that we survived. Oh yeah, as far as the Rays, the Rays is cooked. That stadium. Yo, what is good, Miles? What is good? He was actually supposed to be here today.
Oh, okay.
Due to personal things, he could not make it on time.
Gotcha.
But he is always welcome. DE said, funny story, the Tropicana Casino in Vegas went down a day prior to the Rays Arena getting messed up in the hurricane.
Yeah, so they demolished that for the new Oakland A's stadium.
Oh.
Yeah. And the Tropicana thing had been up since like 1950.
Oh, okay.
People were like...
Coincidence?
I know, it's a little weird.
Yeah, that's definitely
something going on with Tropicana. Yeah,
that's definitely a crazy coincidence.
They did say so. They were talking about the stadium's not going to be ready by March. Right. That's when the Rays play. Mm-hmm. So they're either going to play in Tampa. They'll find like a minor league stadium, or someone pitched the Wide World of Sports at Disney. It's got parking, hotels. They got a couple of baseball stadiums, so they might play there. If that's the case, then we could definitely go to games. It's like 45 minutes away. But yeah, it's crazy.
Jeez. And before we kick things off, Miles said, Ronnie, fire Billy Napier.
Get him out. Dude, that game, man. We'll talk about it, but that game was
oh my goodness.
A heart attack and a stroke at the same time.
That game was honestly, I was like, yo, why? Like, it was a winnable game.
Yeah, there was no reason to lose that game. No reason at all.
That was just the crazy part.
The defense. I mean, what was it? 3-0 at halftime.
Yes,
like,
and then it was like 10-10. Then it was like back and forth.
It started going up a little bit. Graham Mertz tore his ACL.
Yeah.
He's done forever now. He's not coming back because he's a senior. But that was a winnable game.
Mm-hmm.
Story of the Gators this year and the last year. So it's been going on.
So before we get into things, definitely want to just kick things off with the question of the day. It'll be a quick question. Right now, it is a 50-50 split. Which of these players will retire first? So we have Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant. I would say out of all these three, for some reason I feel like Kevin Durant would probably be the sleeper one to just chuck up the deuce and be like, yo, I'm out.
So mathematically you would say LeBron because he's the oldest, but also the way he talks and the way he's still playing, like 3-4 more years. So if you do it that way, that's KD's 38 by that point. I think KD's the logical one. Yeah. Injuries and stuff, he just isn't going to hold up.
Steph, even though Steph really hasn't shown any signs of slowing down, and he has not said anything about retirement.
No,
but we are witnessing the decline of Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So
he's not the same player.
I mean, he could, with his decline, he could still play a good 3-4 years.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I might give him 2 more years. I think he'll go through this. It depends on how. I mean, the Suns aren't going to do much.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's already kind of out of the window. But I'd say Kevin Durant's probably next up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed. Actually, let me switch because I know baseball is on. So I definitely
should be the Mets and Dodgers.
Oh, that's NBA TV. Is Mets and
you know what? It might start later. Hold on.
Okay.
Might be at 8.
Okay.
There it is.
8 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I didn't look up the TV remote.
Oh.
So we got to watch it on here. Okay. So we got the Pistons and the Cavaliers on this TV. Okay. So Miles said Trevor can bring on a new quarterback, and then typical DE with his outlandish comments. We're not gonna talk about it. Oh, and then talk about your team, Cleveland Indians.
Guardians.
Why do I keep saying Indians?
It was what? It's been 2 years. 2 years.
I keep saying Indians. You hope LeBron goes first? Yeah, we know that.
Is that Miles?
Yeah.
He's gonna play forever.
Yeah. No, he definitely, because we were talking about not too long ago with this it really sunk in that Bronny is playing.
Yeah.
And I was just watching film of him, and it's just it's that bad. And
I know.
And what's even more crazier is that people are defending
the
bad play, but I'm like, dude, he's lackadaisical on the court.
He is too. There's not
and people were going as far as to say maybe it's his heart condition. But,
which, if it is, then I'll zip it in. But I don't know if it is.
No one.
He's got to pass physicals and stuff. So there's got to be a level of his health.
Right.
And if he's healthy, then this might just be who he is. But like you said, if he's lackadaisical, he could be a spark plug. There are people that lasted long in the NBA just off defense, like Avery Bradley back in the day.
Yeah.
Wasn't a great scorer, but you put him on the court, he was like a firecracker.
All the teams that he played on, just because he could play defense.
Was Celtics, Pistons, Lakers. I mean, he was just around for 10, 15 years. Yeah.
They did not care that he couldn't score the ball.
Or even a Tony Allen guy. I'm not saying he could be close to Tony Allen, but just a dog on defense to put out there.
That's how DeJounte Murray became a thing, because he was on the Spurs with Kawhi.
Yes.
And Kawhi literally told him, just work on defense.
Yeah.
You want to get...
And you'll get longevity out of this game, because everyone needs a defender.
I mean, mind you, he hasn't been on successful teams, but I mean, he's still a starter in the league.
Yeah, and so I mean, he's got to find his niche. It's not as a 15, 20 point per game scorer.
Yeah,
it's just not.
Agreed.
So, but I will say, the last thing I'll say about this is, Miles, don't check me. I do think it's cool. I saw the press conferences and the media day. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him holding Bronny when he's 19, and then here's Bronny at the same age. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool story.
So it's everything outside of just like the family perspective, like it, yeah, like we can all agree this is definitely a cool experience.
It'll make you smile a little bit, right. But like when it comes to realism, business, games,
yeah, it's definitely like it's ultimately setting him up for disaster.
Yeah,
because he's not even ready. I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what happened to him staying in the G League?
There was like no plan for that.
Yeah, he stayed.
Stash him there for a year.
Yeah, that was the whole point, and then it went from that to him all of a sudden being a starter in the league.
Not only that,
not even a starter. He was in the starting
rotate. Yeah. G League players typically are second round players or undrafted, so that's right where you should be.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't know.
And DE said he would like to clarify something in football. So while he is typing that up right now. All right, so this might be a doom and gloom episode. Philly, we are down horrendous. We got Eagles crashing out.
Phillies are gone.
Phillies with the early exit. Sixers can't even keep the best players on the court. Paul George hyperextended his knee. For the love of God, who like?
I thought that was a troll account at first.
No,
I saw it on Twitter and I'm like, and then I looked and I was like, whoa!
I saw that. I was like, no shot, bro. I watched the video. I was like, dog, we can't catch a break. So, anything Philly related, yo, I'm cooked this season. It's a wrap. And you said at least you have the Flyers. Not yet. I mean, they're on borrowed time, but I was going to talk about that. But honestly, let's talk about first. It sucks that Devin's not here because I was going to.
Baseball?
Yeah.
I can give you a little bit. What are we at? So
I just pulled up the postseason picture right now. So
Tigers got eliminated.
Yeah. So because we're what, a week behind, and then this week. So
we can honestly, for baseball, just cover what we're at now.
Yeah.
Instead of catching up on the back end.
But. So the Mets, I was actually watching that game too. Phillies could not do anything against the Mets at all. I was watching it. I'm like, I think at one point we were like 6-0.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the fuck?
What happened with the Phillies was their pitching. Because the bats, I mean, Bryce Harper played well. Castellanos played well. But the pitching, they were just letting them walk all over.
Oh, my God.
They had no help there.
And then we couldn't stop anything. We couldn't make no stops. And they were just scoring. The Padres and the LA Dodgers game, that was actually pretty good.
It was good, yeah.
I was watching, I think that was like that Saturday after
they played Friday night. I think that was the last game.
Yeah. Okay, so like right when I got internet, I think I switched to that game.
Yeah,
and then,
that was a good game. Yeah,
yeah, that was a really good series. And now they are tied 1-1 with the Mets.
Yes.
Who do you think you got?
The Mets are going to keep it close. It's going to probably go 6 games. I think the Dodgers are just too good.
I think
they're just too good.
Yeah, I think this is the window for the Dodgers to prove that they're not the fraudsters.
Yes, I think the Dodgers will move on.
DE said, I would like to clarify Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers has happened before in the NBA.
Was who?
Hold on. That is. Oh, so like premeditated drafts? Oh, the Brooklyn Nets trade for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Back into the career kind of thing. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come to find out, dude never taped his ankles, and I'm like, dude.
And he was showing it.
Yeah.
He couldn't move.
I'm like, oh, geez.
He doesn't believe in tape. I'm sure that'll be the next thing.
Oh, yeah, after having an Achilles yeah, that dude is a piece of work.
Now they're 2-4.
And Mike Williams is out of there, but...
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll
definitely
things
get
to talk
that.
About with that.
We'll definitely get to that. So, Detroit beat Astros. Oh, yeah, so we covered that. Cleveland beat the Detroit Tigers 3-2. And then they are currently down 0-2 to the Yankees. And DE, that's what you were not wanting us to talk about.
Yeah.
And then the Royals lost 3-1 to the Yankees. So, DE, do you think the Guardians will try and get a dub? because it might be. Imagine if it was a New York thing.
The Subway Series, I know.
Oh my goodness!
Last time they did that in 2000. Was the last time it happened.
In the last time the Yankees were in the World Series was Jeter.
Last time they won was 2009. I'm trying to think if they've gone back. I don't think they've gone back since then. Mm-mm. So we're thinking, what is that? 13, 14 years?
Yeah.
Wow. It's been a little bit. So Dodgers they won, in 2020? They've been back a couple times.
Yeah.
Mets haven't been in, God knows. I think it's been a while. But anyway, yeah. So, I mean, one of these teams is going to come through. Obviously, a Dodgers-Yankees series is,
Snores Fest.
Yeah, it'll be a good game, but no one wins in that because, they're both hated.
And then the Dodgers and Yankees the Mets, Dodgers and Mets will play at 8 o'clock. So we are waiting on that game currently. Switching over to NHL. I thought I had the scores up. No, I did have the scores up. I'm not sure what happened. So I've caught a few games. How are you feeling about the Bruins so far?
I will be honest, I haven't kept up with them enough. I know the first game was bad.
Mm-hmm.
They signed their goalie Swayman to an extension finally. That was like a Brandon Ayuk kind of situation for like 6 months.
Gosh.
Yeah. He wanted more money, blah blah blah. So they finally came to terms on that.
Right.
But yeah, they're just another team that's just not gonna. The Celtics run the city right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bruins aren't doing it this year, but
yeah, because so you guys are currently 2-2. Y'all lost to the world champion Panthers. Yesterday's games, the Capitals beat the Golden Knights. Lightning beat the Canucks. Okay, thank God I said that.
Yeah, you got it.
Woo! Hurricanes beat the Devils just by 2 points. The Panthers beat the Blue Jackets by 1. Wild beat the Blues 4-1. Kraken beat the Predators 7-3. Stars beat the Sharks. The Flames beat the Chicago Blackhawks. That's tough. And the Flyers lost to the Oilers. So right now, DE, you said I'm not watching the World Series if the Yankees are in it, and I've watched it since 2015. Every one of them, take that back, 2011. I'm not watching the World Series if the Yankees advance.
No one, Yankees Dodgers, like America doesn't win.
Yeah,
because either the Dodgers prove that you can buy your team, or it's the Yankees and you never hear the end of it. So
agreed. That is the quick overview for hockey. So yeah, we are definitely in a full slate of things because we got NBA basketball in, I would want to say, a week and a half. NHL just started. We are still in the full swing of both college football and NFL football. So we definitely have a lot going on.
Yeah.
I believe that is all. I want to say I saw. Hold on. I did see the first game. Oh crap! I don't know what's. I saw the first game of NHL, or I think it was their teams. I genuinely forget the teams that they were playing. Okay. All right. So then we're gonna make a quick pivot to NBA, and then we'll spend the rest of the time covering both weeks of NCAA football and NFL football. We are week 6 and
7.
So
we just passed week 6, I think, actually.
So week 7 NCAA.
Oh, NCAA, we're at week 8.
Week 8. Okay, so I got 6 and 7. All right, cool. All right, that's all I needed.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna switch over to basketball real quick. So, as I stated before, Paul George had a bone bruise in his hyperextended leg, so he will be reevaluated in 1 week. So that is, it's good for Philadelphia fans because that's definitely not what you want to hear. But on the bad, the bad ending, Joel Embiid stated that he will no longer be able to play back to back.
At 30 years old, he's shutting it down.
That's insane. So honestly, if I'm Philly, I mean, there's really not much you can do because you already invested your future in all of these players that are on the roster.
They thought the window was open, so they went ahead and they got Paul George. The window might be closed already, but like realistically, I understand where they were coming from with Paul George because it's like if you're only going to get like 5 more years out of Embiid, you got to throw people at him. Right. You got to try to get it now because he's going to leave and then you're going to rebuild again. So, yeah, that's a mess though.
DE said, "Oh yeah, Will Howard is a bum and Ryan Day too. I miss my glorious King Urban Meyer. I'm gonna be real. I could care less about basketball. It's not good anymore." No, I agree. I've been watching videos on how Adam Silver really just tanked the NBA. It's really this commercial is crazy.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Now I see why everybody makes a big deal out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I completely agree. I understand. Like Adam Silver definitely did not want to do what what was it?
David Stern.
Stern. I could see where he didn't want to do the same things that he did, but I want to say giving the players a lot of power essentially just tanked the organization.
Yes.
So now there's no more.
Stern was, big on vetoing trades. He was big on having his hand in everything, and he did the opposite. But you got to have a balance somewhere. We talked about it too. It's the same thing with like coaches. It's like when you give too much power, like. You're there for a reason. They have to listen to you. They got to look up to you.
Right.
You're controlling everything.
Right.
When you say, here, let the inmates run the asylum kind of thing, it doesn't work. So, I don't. And maybe, like, nostalgic-wise, I remember David Stern did have some bad, moments as a commissioner, but, like, looking back on it.
Everything was in order.
Yeah. Yeah, it was different.
I mean, the league was competitive. There weren't so many crazy lucrative deals, even though the players may have felt like they needed to earn more money.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, under his tutelage, everything made sense.
Yes, it all added up. Yeah.
But
now you're just kind of there's a gray area with a lot of it.
Right. I mean, I definitely understand them opening the window for 18-year-olds to enter the NBA right out of college.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with that. I think it's more so the lack of. It's all really centered around money. If they're not really receiving any of their money, they'll sit out. Similar to the holdouts in the NFL, it's no longer about skill anymore. I remember watching old games and seeing the whole offense work.
Yes.
Now you just have everyone stand in the corner and it's this classic pick and roll.
Yeah. There's not a lot of excitement.
Yeah. And no one really starts tuning in until close to the All-Star game, so I definitely understand.
Exactly.
Miles says, "Screw basketball. It sucks now. These guys are wimps." And then you said, "No, it's more the fact that betting is involved. It's all about the Benjamins." That too. See, I see more betting ruining the NFL than I see in the NBA.
Yeah.
Because of players literally getting suspended for betting in the NFL and NCAA. To me, it's more so like there's too many hands involved in the NBA to where it's like, who's running the show now? It's like ultimately it's Adam Silver, but then you have too many players requesting trades and they're not even like 2 years into their contracts.
Yeah.
Then you have too many bad teams in the NBA because they're bad markets. And then you have players who really aren't deserving of contracts getting oversigned. I think it's a lot on to me it's a dumpster fire.
It is,
to say the least.
Yeah.
Let's see. But with us trashing the NBA, does anybody have any picks for MVP? Anybody want to do an early MVP? I can name 3 off the top of my head: Jokic, Wembanyama, Doncic. That's 3. Tatum, 4. In my 5th would probably might have to go
fully healthy Giannis, or are we past that point?
We were past that point. It's not even his fault. It's really not even his fault. It's just like who's on.
I just don't think the team really works, and I don't think it highlights him correctly.
I think Shea
You think Shay's in? He could be.
Yeah. I think the NBA is definitely trying to push him. So, but I think he was top 5 last season.
I think he was
or
too. He was there for a
was
while.
he was in the mentioning for MVP.
I think a sneaky one, and you might give me a side eye for it. I think Jalen Brunson's going to go stupid this year.
That's legit. I mean, because literally seeing how that team is built now, I mean, it's literally.
I think it highlights him more than anything, and I think he's gonna flourish. So I can see him there too.
Miles said Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And DE says something funny. So he has his MVP picks, the Zebras.
Oh,
yeah.
It's probably
There's definitely gonna be a lot of that.
There's gonna be a lot.
It just depends on the team. Maybe the Lakers. It might be the Lakers who get the benefit. We'll see. Oh man, speaking of the Lakers, yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about how we address the Lakers from now on, because I definitely don't want to spend every episode treating it like First Take talking about Bronny James, but
definitely not.
We'll definitely figure out how we go about. We may actually, for Miles' sake, we may not have to talk about the Lakers moving forward, so we may actually do him a favor. But so if I had to pick one, I'd probably. I think, it's a 3-way tie between Jokic, Doncic, and Tatum. And the reason why I asked you that question yesterday about whose team it is, because I was watching a YouTube video. These two guys were one of the guys. He's a Lakers fan.
Okay.
And he mentioned that how he sees the Celtics as more of Jaylen Brown's team than Tatum due to his MVP type year.
Yeah.
There's
playoff performance and everything. Yeah.
So I was thinking about. I was just like, I even though Tatum is the face of the team, I see a rift, but not personal. I can see it being either or.
I think. Well, Nick said it's like 1A, 1B.
Right.
I think that makes sense. I don't think it's all. It's shared, but like I said, when I think of like whose team it is, I think of like who represents the team, who's going to get put on the billboards, who's going to get put on like the graphics for ESPN. It's Tatum. They're going to put Tatum on there 10 times out of 10. So I think it's still Tatum's team, but like it could cause something down the line. I feel like Tatum probably was not happy with that Finals MVP for Jaylen Brown. I don't think he was.
Yeah, I think both of them like getting snubbed in the USA. It's so weird because Derek White had more time than Jason Tatum, and then Jaylen Brown wasn't even thought of as a consideration,
which doesn't make sense at all. Yeah.
Oh, DE, you trying to go to you trying to rush the pod, bruh? Nah, I'm playing. You said let's talk about that specific team NFL wise that I despise. I despise 2 teams right now. So
one of them might be Friendly Fire.
I don't think it's no longer Friendly Fire anymore.
It's not. That's past that.
I've done 2 years of coping on this pod. I'm not coping
past
anymore.
That point,
oh yeah, it's the Band-Aid is off. No more kid gloves. We got to keep it a buck, man. If you want to talk about it, bro, go ahead, drop it in the chat. There is something that I did want to talk about, referring to both Tatum and Brown, but I think it's so far in my screenshots that I don't want to hold up time, so I will definitely talk about it. 47-9. Oh, that's a good game. That was so. You know what sucks about that game? Hutchinson. That was the only thing that was just unfortunate. So I'm like, moving forward. Now it's like it sucks.
They're gonna trade for someone. Max Crosby.
I don't think they trade. No, I think they. I forgot who they signed. They signed somebody.
They got a vet.
Yeah, they signed a vet.
They signed like a big dude. Did they trade for him? I think from Seattle.
No. They signed him off of. I think someone's practice squad.
Seattle got someone from Jacksonville. That's what it was. I forgot. They signed someone. Okay.
Yeah, they signed someone off of their. On Jerry Jones' birthday. Yeah, we'll talk about that too, because that man Shannon Sharp said it best about how much power that he had, threatening to fire a radio host for talking about the game. But it's like, how else do you address you getting blown out at home?
What are you supposed to do? Yeah.
I mean,
this is not a rebuilding team, by the way.
This is a championship team.
It's supposed to be. That was the talk. That was the rumor.
I mean, and it sucks too because he is the reason why that they're in the position that they're in now.
Yes,
but no one can do anything.
No, because he's got their hands tied. Everyone.
So he either everyone jump ship and leave him there to burn, or they just collect the check and
shut their mouth. Yeah,
that is
fine with mediocrity, but it's not even mediocre anymore.
No, it's just it's sad.
Yeah,
at first it was a joke, like we were joking about it, but now seeing how bad it's gotten and how serious it is,
embarrassing.
Yes,
at home too.
Beyond embarrassing. So I'm just honestly, as a Philly fan, obviously I'm gonna love it.
Yeah,
because
we all love it, but we're also like, damn, what's going on?
But I can't enjoy it because my team is just as bad, if not worse.
You got Jane Daniels going insane, keeping up with. Oh my god.
Oh, and speaking of which, the
fan,
he was right back on his podcast again.
What?
He was right.
You talking about the dude that hit the people?
Oh no.
Oh no,
I'm talking about Slay.
Oh, he's about Slay.
So the first time where he threw CD under the bus, he was right back on there. At this point, trade him to Dallas.
Well, he was inactive for what, an injury?
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was an injury.
At this point, get him out of here because he want to be caked up with Micah so bad. Get him on. Send him to Dallas.
Yeah, he's some backfield help. Yeah,
come on. Oh yeah, because I was watching. Shout out to Jamison Wilson. He just had a child. Shout out to him. His name is
Jameson
Williamson.
Oh, Williams from
the Lions.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
His son's name is Trayvon Diggs. That brother was getting burned.
It took me a second. I was like, "Oh, yeah, the kid."
I was watching highlights. Yo, he was getting fried.
Jameson Williams has been like that. He got suspended for the gambling thing his rookie year, so it took a little bit to get into the playbook.
That brother was getting cooked. Trayvon was out there throwing his hands up. He was mad, bro.
Nasty.
Williamson caught a corner pocket ball on him, and Trayvon was late for the tackle, and bro he was hot. I'm like, yeah, bro, you suck. You can't cover. You had one good season,
and he was riding off that. Yeah,
literally,
he's not been good.
No, I don't even think he should have just did what Stephon did and been a wide receiver.
Yeah,
because he made that transition, bro. I bet you he would have been a better brother if he stayed a wide receiver.
Had to have been.
I bet you.
He's quick. He just
one-on-one.
Not every time.
Not no Revis Island.
No,
not even.
He's not even a puddle. He's not even a strip of grass.
Exactly what you said.
No.
That was crazy. Bro was getting so fried. The last thing I'll say for basketball, and then we'll move on to NCAA. Bulls to host Derrick Rose Night in January. I believe it's January 25th.
Better be the number retiring. Because they said they were thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know what you got to think about. Joakim Noah's up there.
No, for real.
Bro, throw it up there.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So I think I want to say it's the 25th. I'll go and double check. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So NCAA. I'm sorry, I keep thinking about the video game. College football. So we'll go back to week 6, and then week 7 passed, and then we'll talk about week 8. So week 6 was before the storm. The notable games I remember, I think that entire week was a blowout week. If I'm not mistaken.
There was, yeah, I can't remember.
I think the big games. Oh, the upset, Alabama Vanderbilt.
Oh yes,
yeah, that game,
yeah,
lost by 5. My take on that game, I think they literally slept on Vanderbilt.
They definitely did.
And once it started going tick for tat, I'm like, yo.
They were like, whoa.
I'm like,
it just took over.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I'm pretty sure you saw like the last seconds of the game where the cornerback was throwing a fit and he kicked the ball.
Milroe?
Yeah. Do you?
Mm-hmm. I remember. Yeah. I saw highlights of it. I didn't watch the end of the game.
How did you?
I mean, well, it's funny too because this kind of ties into the following or the week after this.
Yeah.
After that, because then they barely beat.
Barely.
So,
barely.
I mean, I don't know. That's why I wonder with him as like a pro prospect, because like his temperament sometimes I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He makes mistakes. He's not a bad quarterback, but like yeah, with that, they definitely took them lightly.
Yeah,
there's no way out. There's no other way to put it.
They were definitely sleeping on him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's crazy how coach had to run back what he said because he was talking mad trash about Vanderbilt. I was like, damn, coach, you got to walk that back.
Tuck the tail between the legs.
Yeah, bro, he definitely had to run that comment back. Arkansas also upset number 11 Tennessee. I think I had that game on. Clemson destroyed Florida State. Yeah. I think was that the week? Did you guys have a bye week, or I think
that was a bye week
for you guys? Okay,
because no, was that?
Because I think you guys,
man, the hurricane really screwed me up. That wasn't
because I think you guys won. I want to say y'all won.
No, because we beat UCF, and then I think that was the bye week, and then we played Tennessee. I think, right? Yeah, it had to have been.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It was a blur, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm not gonna lie. So the Miami-California game, I think California was up a lot. I changed it,
and then they came back.
And then I came back at the last minute, and I think it was after they won. I was like, damn it, that was the second time I did that. This dude,
Cam Ward, is nasty, though.
100%.
He is, and he's nonchalant. Like, I don't know if you've seen videos of him.
Yeah.
Just standing there.
Yeah.
And then the ball gets hiked, and then he's like, all right, what do I do? Mm-hmm. He'll kind of walk to the sidelines a little bit, then take off.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's a baller, though. That team, I don't know if they have an easy schedule, so I don't know if they're going to lose, but yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah. Well, they're winning the games that they're supposed
to. That's true.
But
good teams beat bad teams. That's how it's supposed to go.
But at the same time, I don't think
they get tested.
Yeah. We beat UCF. Oh, that was the week before the hurricane that y'all beat UCF.
Wait, so we beat UCF.
Oh, yeah. And then y'all played Tennessee last week. Okay.
Yeah. Damn. So wait. What week is this? This is week 6.
Yeah, this is week 6.
And then week 7 was last week.
Yep.
Okay, and then week 8's the week coming up.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the hurricane really just.
I know. I'm like all over the place.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all won because I knew y'all played because I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
So y'all beat UCF.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Then this past weekend lost against
Tennessee. Yeah.
Okay, and so on week 7, major games. Yeah, Bama barely beat South Carolina. So I think they did the ranking last night. I did not watch it because I believe I flipped to the baseball game, the Yankees and
Guardians. Yeah,
I almost said Indians.
I had to catch you before
I literally almost said Indians, but I actually flipped to that game and then I flipped back because Yankees were up 3-0. I was like, yo, this game's slow as hell, and y'all losing, so I had to flip back.
Let me see where the rankings are out here.
But as you do that, Bama beat South Carolina by 2, barely. I was like, yo, if they lose back to back, this program might.
Yeah.
They might. Yeah. That jump was crazy. Texas walked all over Oklahoma. Baker Mayfield still caught a stray with his jersey being planted at the middle of the field.
I saw that.
I was like, damn, Baker, bro, like
he's just balling out in Tampa.
Bro, I was like, hold on, out of all the Oklahoma quarterbacks, y'all had to catch Baker.
He was the biggest trash talker.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I mean, yeah.
I was like, damn, like
they couldn't let it go.
I was like, damn, y'all missed Murray. I'm like, y'all could have threw Murray in it, maybe. I don't know. But Texas walked all over Oklahoma, 34-3, and then Pittsburgh beat California by 2. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Bama didn't change. They're still at 7.
Sheesh.
Notables that have moved up and down. LSU went up 5. Iowa State went up 2.
I know. Is Oregon number 1?
Oregon's 2. They were at 3. 2. Now they're at 2. Yeah, because they won.
And then
Texas stays the same.
Yeah.
Penn State went up 1. Ohio State went down 2. Who else went down here? Tennessee went down 3 because barely beat them. Ole Miss went down 9 because now they're 5-2. So
D about to drop a little movie history on us real quick.
Ooh. But yeah, most of them stay the same. Illinois went up 1. Pittsburgh went up 2. Missouri went up 2. Kansas State went up 1. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of it's been the same though. Not too many changes. Definitely not in the top 10. Not too many changes.
Got it. Because I know. Because my mom was actually texting me because I said she went to Ohio State.
Yeah.
And she was actually mad that they lost to Oregon.
It was a close. It was a close game. It was
a very close game. I was like, dang. Let's see, Miles. You said Navy is undefeated, and DE said 2 days ago was the 30th anniversary of the Little Giants film.
I saw that. Yeah, it was a good movie.
I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah. Navy's 5-0 and Army's 6-0. Now they're in the top 25.
What the freak?
Army's 23, Navy's 25.
Wow. Okay. And to recap, wow, both these games went into OT. Purdue, Illinois went into overtime. Illinois won by 1. Penn State, USC went into overtime. Penn State won by 3. Will Howard is a bum. Oh, you said Army? Yeah, nah, it's all good. Yo, DE, you are on this Will Howard hate train right now.
Get him out of there.
Tennessee beat Florida. I'm sorry. Georgia beat Mississippi State. LSU beat Ole Miss. Oregon beat Ohio State by 1. Kansas State beat Colorado. I was watching that game. Yeah, I was. And this week coming up, notable games: Auburn, Missouri.
Week.
Oregon versus Purdue. Nebraska, Indiana, Alabama, Tennessee. Oh, okay.
That's a good one.
Who y'all got for that game?
I'll take Alabama.
Bama.
Yeah, I'll take Alabama.
I might go with the upset.
Where are we at here?
Well, I don't know because Tennessee barely beat Florida.
That is true. That's why I'm like, I don't have a lot of faith in it. They could have a bounce back game, but you barely beat Florida.
But
Alabama also barely beat South Carolina. So
right.
It's a toss up.
Do you say you're on a bye? Okay.
Who else do we got? Miami plays Louisville.
Michigan, Illinois, Texas A&M. Oh, never mind. Georgia, Texas.
Georgia. Wait, that's this week?
Yeah.
Oh.
Georgia, Texas, LSU, Arkansas. Ooh, Georgia, Texas. Chad, who y'all got for that game? Georgia versus Texas.
That's definitely the game of the week. I'm gonna say Texas. I'm not sure Texas loses this year.
Is Georgia showing that they're human now? Or
they only lost at the Alabama game.
Yeah.
So that was a close game too. They were getting slaughtered and came back, but I think Texas is just too good.
Yeah, Texas is on. Since Devin's not here, I'm gonna go with the upset week. I'm gonna go Georgia.
You're gonna go Georgia? Okay.
Yeah, It might be another game where Texas treats them like Oklahoma, but
could be.
I'm gonna go with the upset. So I actually have for the previous game, I have Bama beating Tennessee, and then Texas, Georgia. I have Georgia. I'm going with the upset.
There'll be some good games this week. Yeah.
Miles said he thinks Georgia. If Georgia loses, they're done.
Yeah, dropping to 5 and 5-2, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well for them, especially if they lose to the number 1. So
right,
they got a lot riding on that game. But.
Mm-hmm. And that looks like our week 8 college football. Week 8. It genuinely just does not.
I know. We're zooming through this
because it's like there's also so much going on as well. So. It's definitely hard to keep up with all this. Let me see real quick. Okay. All right. So our favorite segment of the hour, and honestly, this will definitely take us
through the rest of it.
Through the
rest
No
of the Fun time. League.
The bum league or the however you want to pronounce this
we
league.
Love to hate it.
Yes.
We hate to love it, love to hate it.
College football is halfway done. It's crazy. Again, dog, it does not feel like it at all.
No.
I'm still trying to understand where the hell we're at right now, and the hurricane definitely just did not help.
Yeah.
47-9. Man, I don't even know where to start. Honestly, did we actually no, we won't. Well, because I know we did our list, but we're like 2 weeks behind.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So we'll just go over. I'll just go over week 5 scores. Actually, I'll get my list. Miles said, "Fire the entire Jacksonville Jaguars staff, even that garbage man we lost to Pookie. Paint my fingernails, Caleb Williams." Oh man, nah. I mean, I sort of said this going into the season, but I mean, not. I didn't think it was gonna be that.
Now
bad.
They got Travis Etienne. He looks like used car salesman.
Yeah, no, for real.
He's done.
Bro is just not. He is not there.
No.
You got your week 5.
Yeah, I got to pull that.
Okay, so we're gonna real quick go through our week 5, and then I have like a bunch of stuff. And if you have stuff too,
news and stuff. Okay,
yeah. That's fine. All right, so real quick, our week 5 selections before Milton ran our pockets. Falcons, Bucks. I went with the Bucks.
I did too. Probably one of the best Thursday night games we'll see this year.
I didn't expect bro to throw like over 500 yards. You know,
if I would have expected Baker to do it, I did not expect.
And then he did it the week after.
I know. What the and this is what makes me wonder sometimes about, because we talked about betting a lot on here. So Baker Mayfield's over underline was like 237.
What?
And he threw like, I think it was like 210 for like over under on like how many passing yards he'd have in the game on this game.
Oh.
And then Kirk's was like 200 and he went 500. But I'm like, of all weeks for him to not throw that much, like that's weird. Man. I don't know. So, yeah, people lost money on that.
Oh man, definitely don't want to talk about the Philly game. So many people lost their rent on. So then we had the Jets Vikings. I went the Vikings.
I went with the Vikings. Yep.
Good, because that was a bad game.
That was not a good game. I honestly didn't wake up for it either. I woke up, I think it started at 9:30. I think it was up by 10.
I watched it front to back. It was very slow.
It was an Aaron Rodgers disaster.
It was and it's crazy how he put on that performance, but then blames Mike Williams.
I know.
We'll talk about it too. Panthers, Bears. I went with the Panthers because I thought that Andy Dalton would run their pockets, but
I went with the Bears. It's the trajectory now. Caleb looks like he's put it together. I know no one wants him to succeed, but he's been playing well.
Real quick, reading the chat. You mean Jackson Mahomes, Miles? I won picks against. He said he won again in picks. I'm up 5-1. Remember the prize. As of right now, that would be $50 and $50 to Primonti Brothers. Oh, you take it back 40. Okay. And then he said he's done with picking football. DE. He said Miles said that he's done picking football games. I'm retiring from football for 2 years. I'm joining the Amish. Yeah, he was.
God.
Yeah, he was talking about that too. Yeah, bro was definitely talking about that. Bears Commanders. I went with Commanders. Commanders won.
Not Bears Commanders. Was it Bears Commanders?
Brown. Sorry.
Oh no, because I thought I picked the wrong end.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Commanders. Yeah, Commanders won that.
Then Dolphins Patriots. I went with Patriots. They almost won.
Hopefully the last game, but Jacoby Brissett because.
Yeah, they almost won, but they definitely lost.
Yeah.
Colts Jags. Jags finally won a game. Yeah. I picked the Colts.
Took the Jags.
Bills Texans. I went with the Bills. Texans won by 3, and then that was the day where Stephon Diggs gave
side
eye. I definitely want to talk about that real quick. Was that taken out?
No.
Okay.
It was taken exactly how everyone was supposed to take it.
Okay. Just make sure I was.
Yeah, that was 100% what it was supposed to be.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Especially how long that handshake lasted. It was like 3 seconds, and then So childish. So very childish.
Ravens, Bengals. I picked the Ravens.
I did too.
Okay. Ravens, that went to OT.
That was a close game. Shootout.
Yeah. Bengals fans were on suicide watch after that game.
Yeah.
49ers, Cardinals. I picked the 49ers.
I did too.
And the Cardinals won.
And we kept talking about it. We were like, oh, Kyler's not doing bad. The Cardinals are scrappy. And there they go.
I'm going to.
Did you think you missed the Broncos? Is there a Broncos game in there?
That's actually my next game.
Oh, okay. I put them in the wrong order.
So Raiders, Broncos. We picked the Broncos.
Yep.
Destroyed them. And it was funny too because Aiden O'Connell was in that game because you kept hyping bro up and bro did not do good.
He did not. No,
he did not. I was like that. I was like Ronnie kept hyping this man up. It was, oh yeah, Aiden O'Connell.
He doesn't have Davante Adams, so there's not even. Oh man,
they're Aiden O'Connell away, and you threw that man in, and it
did not end well.
They stunk.
Oh man.
D said, "I heard they're good at building, Miles. Maybe you could learn to rebuild the Jags again." Oh my gosh,
that was good. I'll give him good. Good at using their hands.
Oh shoot! Then we had Giants Seahawks. I picked the Seahawks.
Yes.
Giants won.
Who would have thought?
So I definitely wanted to kick off the pod and say, all right, so one or two things need to happen. Geno needs to go or DK Metcalf needs to go.
It's not working. They started 3-0 and now they're 3-3.
Something needs to go because DK is trying everything to not go back to how he was 2 seasons ago and crashing out. And everybody's like, oh, this man's crazy. Why is he doing this? Now I see why.
I think it's Geno.
It has to be the quarterback.
I think it's got to be Geno.
It has to be the quarterback.
I think Geno was like in the league of good, not very good, and not good enough to get you deep into the playoffs.
Yeah.
There's just some mediocrity somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the good season where, he never wrote back.
He didn't write back. That's great.
We was all proud, but now these past 2 seasons have definitely been underwhelming.
He is not in 100% any way, shape, or form his Jet self.
Mm-hmm.
He is a better quarterback than that.
Yes.
He's serviceable. He's a decent quarterback.
Yes.
But I don't think he gets you over the hump. And especially with the Seahawks aren't a great football team. They're a good football team. So when you have a quarterback that's just kind of good, that no one's elevated. Yeah.
Especially in the NFC too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a bad year for them because the 49ers are kind of teetering. Yeah. Like that division's winnable.
Yeah. That division's wide open, and the
Rams suck.
Or they're not tanking, but because they don't have both wide receivers, it's bad.
So the Rams and Cardinals are there, and then the Seahawks and 49ers are there, and the 49ers will probably win with like 9-10 wins.
That's if they can get everyone healthy.
I know. So yeah, we took the L on the Seahawks.
DE said, I believe in the conspiracy Seattle to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
Is it the colors? I think it might be the colors in the logo they were talking about.
Ooh,
there was something with the colors in the Super Bowl logo matched the teams that played. I think that might be what it is.
I remember. Miles said, not even Kansas City Chiefs front staff can fix this team. This team is a joke. You might have to get rid of Dougie P, bro. I mean, I think it's
coming.
I get it, but you got to look at what happened in Philly, and then you got to look at what happened between Carson Wentz and Dougie P. I mean, at first it was probably the first season, bro came in and changed everything, but then y'all really hurt yourself getting rid of Calvin Ridley. I mean, say what you want about him, bro's stinking. Like he
is dying right now in Tennessee.
Y'all really could have paid him, but that's y'all organization. I'm sorry, y'all as an organization, y'all make my head hurt. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Well, and now you do follow the pattern with Doug Peterson. Could you say he ruined Carson Wentz? You want to throw it out there and say that? Or was it the injury, or was it just a culmination of everything?
I think it's more so the mental that happened between he and Dougie P.
I was thinking, because he also got rattled because Nick Foles was the golden boy, and then he's like, "Oh, this is my team, guys," and they're like,
I think there was a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happened that really because the injury is the injury.
Yeah.
So it's like, would he have been the same? I mean, we won't know.
No.
But there was something that really happened in that locker room that just tanked. It tanked whatever Carson had going for himself.
Threw it away, and
it just.
But so this is my point: is what's going on with Trevor Lawrence right now?
I think it might be the same thing we saw.
I think it is.
I genuinely
because Trevor Lawrence went to the playoffs, came back against the Chargers, looked like the next top 5, top 10 quarterback.
Yeah,
and then Peterson these last 2 years has had him, and it's just been like they started 8-3 the beginning of last year, and they've won 2 games since then. he's got to go.
Yeah,
he's got to go. There's no other way.
Definitely. DE said not even Ted Lasso could fix the Jags. Not even Bengal, the YouTuber, could fix the Jags.
The rebuild area.
He's known for his rebuild videos on Madden.
I love his videos.
Bro said not even Bob the Builder could fix the Jags. That is tough.
God.
That is tough. Continuing, we also have Packers Rams. I actually went with the Pack.
I did too.
And thank God we did, because they won.
I almost started giving, because Jordan Love started the year a little shaky, then he got hurt.
Yeah.
But he looks like himself again. So I'm glad we went with that.
Cowboys Steelers.
I went with the Cowboys. Reluctantly.
I went with the Steelers.
I did not watch this game. Did you watch this game?
Yes, I did.
You stayed up for it?
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, it was because the weather delay set us back like an hour.
I think what did it kick off at 9:45 or 10?
I want to say, because it was 8:20, so I want to say around like 9:30, 9:45 was kickoff.
And then it didn't end until I think
so a little bit close to 1 o'clock due to so the weather delay definitely set everybody back.
Dak Prescott is the only quarterback in NFL history to throw a interception in 2 separate days.
Yeah.
Back-to-back days.
Literally to the same team.
Same team, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
D said I went with the Cowboys in my pick. Wow. And he actually
you got to do it sometimes, yeah.
And Josh said Steelers bit themselves in the foot yet again. So my overall take on that game, it's like the Cowboys always have a way to have the door open for the other team.
Yeah. But it's all about capitalization.
But no one will capitalize on the opportunity, and then Dallas literally is finally they can hit the mark.
Yeah.
So my overall thing with that game, I was honestly going with the Steelers because F them Cowboys.
Oh, I want the Steelers to do good.
But that last drive, I was like, okay, it had Joey Porter Jr. on him. He just happened to have a step on him, and Dak just so happened to place the ball.
Luck. Yeah. And seeing that game, you kind of should have known that something was going to happen against the Lions, because the Lions are respectfully 2 times better than the Steelers. And now we'll get into the quarterback change that's going to go on in Pittsburgh, which is a whole other story. But
Josh said, how do you get 3 interceptions in a game and still lose?
Yeah.
The 8th wonders of the NFL.
We may never know.
DE said, it doesn't matter now. My franchise is stupid. They're putting Russ in. And Josh also said, I wanted the Steelers to win too. So I saw that they're making the change. Was there anything behind it, or they just want to give Russ a look?
So DE follows him a lot closer than I do. So if I say something that's wrong, you can correct me. But it's essentially, they look at the passing offense, which is not all on Justin Fields. I don't think they trust him as a passer.
Dude, every time you drop him back, because I've seen a good majority of their games, the line sucks.
Yes.
And I didn't mean.
And then he's scrambling. You're good. But he's scrambling, and a lot of his touchdowns have come from running.
Right.
He has 10 total touchdowns and 1 pick this year. He's not turning the ball over.
Right.
Which is what he was doing in Chicago.
Right.
He's fine. But I think they're like, oh, let's give Russ a shot. They think there's going to be more explosiveness. George Pickens is probably pissed he's not getting the ball enough, like he does every single year.
But I feel like no matter where Fields is going, he's still having the same issues that he had in Chicago.
I think he's just who he is.
Even though this offensive line is better on paper,
than the Chicago
he's still having to do the same thing that he did with more people or more weapons on the field.
I don't know if I can make a comparison to him. To me, he's one of the quickest quarterbacks in the league.
Right.
But he also doesn't have the same arm talent as Lamar. He doesn't have the same arm talent as Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
So these dudes that can get out of the pocket and run, he doesn't have it. So
is that due to?
It's a skill issue to me.
I just don't think he has the time to do it. I genuinely don't think he
did it at Ohio State. So it's there, but for some reason there's just a block.
A lot of players' talent, they take a while to transition over to the NFL or not at all. And I'm not making that case for Fields.
Yeah.
But every game that I've seen him in the Steelers, when he has time to pass, his progressions are off, as you said, or he's getting rushed out the pocket.
And he can obviously move, so that's why they've been winning games. Is because he's still keeping him in there with his legs. But you mentioned that they need time. The time argument to me is almost over with him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
21, 22,
I agree.
Now we're on year 4.
Yeah,
Same thing with Mac Jones. You gave him 3 years. He got progressively worse. So
I agree.
Is it a schematics issue? Is it an offensive coordinator issue with the Steelers? It could be. But I honestly, and I think Big Ben's in this, I would not break Justin Fields' momentum. You are 4-2. Why are you taking him out?
Mm-hmm.
And then Russ is going to go in there. I don't think Russ has it any.
He's going to stink it up.
Yeah, he's done.
In my opinion, I mean, let me read the comments real quick. So Miles said, "At least your team has won more than 2 games." DE said, "We have injuries. Most of our line is out, hence why bro's running." Miles said, "Trevor with the Steelers probably looks better than the trash we have," and DE agreed to that. That's tough. Well, because Trevor can stay in the pocket, he could throw.
I always wonder with Trevor if you just threw him on the Steelers. No, the line's bad, but with a Pickens or someone like a big time wide receiver, he did well with Calvin Ridley. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. I'm getting back into Jacksonville.
Honestly, I think Trevor's issue is more of a coach's issue than the player.
I think it is too.
So I don't necessarily think you just got to give him a competent coach and give him a wide receiver. Well, you have Big Game Dave who dropped the ball, and then you still got Captain Kirk.
Brian Thomas Jr. is kind of trying to put his name up there, but
Evan Ingram, I think he had a big game.
He usually does that. He'll have 3 big games a year.
Yeah, because I know he had he had over 10. He had 10 catches in the what was in the game that they
London
game,
the Bears game. Okay.
Yeah. I'd rather stick with Justin. That's what I was going to say too. So if this offensive line is struggling and you throw Russ in there, he's not as mobile as Justin or as he was. So
all these ground touchdowns you're getting, all these out of the pocket scrambles, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to rely on the offensive line to give Russ enough time.
Just had a calf injury.
Yeah. At 35, 36 years old, when you know he's not as mobile as he used to be, it's not a good decision.
All right. Well, all right, Tomlin. You've always been above 500, and you've always had winning seasons. So
also, when does that get old? I'd like to ask DE as someone that passionately follows the team. When does that get old? Where because you're literally you're not the definition of mediocre. You're a little better because you are above 500, but 9-8, 9-8, 9. At what point are you damn?
Yeah.
Wild card. Yeah. And last year they got screwed because Mason Rudolph had to start the game. But still, at what point are you okay, we need to But it's the same thing with Marvin Lewis. He would just kind of tread. He would lose. He had a couple winning seasons. Then you're okay, you're not winning playoff games, so.
But you're winning.
You're winning, but you're not winning playoff games.
Right.
You play to win the Super Bowl.
Right. So I genuinely think because he won previous Super Bowls, I don't think he's genuinely gonna go anywhere.
No, I think he'll be there for a while. It might end
he'll be there till he retires.
Like Belichick, it might be an amicable split, and then they're okay, you're gonna go.
Yeah, but I'm just this team. In my opinion, it's been there's no identity.
No,
you don't want to get rid of Najee Harris, but then you also have other backs that are better than him.
Jaylen Warren, he's been a little slow this year. Najee Harris, I've never been sold on him. He just doesn't strike me as a first round pick like he got.
Right. But then where's the passing attack?
See, and that's the issue. So they had Matt Canada, who was you would have thought. I don't want to say what they thought he did, but the worst heinous act of all time.
Right.
He was holding the team down. Then you're okay, maybe it's a Kenny Pickett issue. So you get rid of Kenny Pickett. Now you have a new OC.
Right.
And you have Fields, and you still have issues being explosive on offense. And the only game this year I think they scored over 20 points was the Raiders game.
This past weekend. Yeah, it was this past weekend.
Was that the Raiders game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So that was the only time? Yeah. And that was because Aiden O'Connell.
Right. Well, and that's also because the O-line sucked, and I think you ran for 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yo, this is why sports sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's this is difficult to watch sometimes, and then when we talk about it and analyze it, it's what the hell is going on?
I would not put Russ in there.
No, 100%.
Leave Russ out of it.
Yeah.
But
100%. And then for the last game, Saints, Chiefs. Derek Carr injured again. I swear that brother cannot stay healthy.
The oblique.
Again, I think no. Last season was a shoulder.
Yeah, last season was the shoulder. Now it's the oblique.
Yeah. So he'll be out for a minute. And Chris Olave, I think he'll be out.
He's out tomorrow. He's out for Thursday night.
And
Rattler.
Yeah, Rattler he'll be in, but then they're also missing the other wide receiver.
Oh, Shaheed.
Yes.
Yes.
Meniscus. He just had surgery on it, so his timetable to return is questionable.
Yeah, probably rest of the year.
So this team
that started as MVP.
With this team.
We were talking about Derek Carr at MVP. We were talking about playoff. I mean, they came back to earth.
It was crazy. So to go over week 6, then we had 49ers, Seahawks. 49ers won, reasonable fashion. Then we had Jags, Bears. Bears won. I mean, good Lord, Caleb was just throwing a rock.
Is it too early?
Too early.
Okay. All right.
Too early.
I'm watching him and I'm like, damn, man, he's not bad.
We'll give him too early.
Rest of the season at least.
Yeah, too early. I definitely don't want to I'll acknowledge the fact that he had a very good game. That was a very good game. And
it's been going this way each week.
And he's finally looking as advertised, but it's only week 7.
You got DJ Moore happy.
Yep.
Keenan Allen's happy.
Cole Kmet finally
breakout again.
Finally, dog. I was like, where the hell is this dude?
He woke up, or it might be the schematics of the offensive coordinator finally got him into the game plan. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely too early. Bucks Saints. Bucks ran up 51 points. I was like, yo, can we get a fair mercy rule, please?
He was getting flashbacks of the
facts
Falcons game.
No, for real. Then we had Commanders Ravens. All right, so Commanders. That was a very good game.
It was.
So yeah, we're definitely gonna get cooked by the Commanders.
He went head to head with Lamar.
Yes. Jaden Daniels is as advertised. Yes. He is as advertised. Cardinals Packers actually changed this game because Packers were just killing the Cardinals. But Packers won. Colts Titans. Colts won. That was the Titans. That was a game where Calvin Ridley basically said, "Yo, like y'all got to throw me the ball early." So
you're going on his stats, and it's like 6 targets, 0 receptions, 7 targets, 1 reception. I'm like,
yeah, I think it's fair to say that Will Levis may not be the answer.
He might not, and he had the meme of the week again, the Spider-Man thing.
Yep.
And then he took out the sideline guy. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That dude blew his knee out. He's unstoppable this year. Not in a good way.
Texans, Patriots.
We already know.
That was
I will. Did you watch any of the game? Did you? Probably not.
So I wanted to watch, and I flipped. Y'all were down 2 touchdowns. I flipped back.
Well, it was more so the defense. I don't know what's going on with this defense this year. It's like Belichick left and now they forgot how to play football. It's ironic. 41 points. I get it's CJ Stroud, but like,
nah, bro. Like, they did not show up, and I think I saw your man's threw a pick. I was like, all right, that's
Drake. He went 3 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Okay,
one of them was tipped.
Oh, okay.
Austin Hooper, I think, like tried to hold on to it and then like threw it up, and then someone scooped it. So it wasn't a bad performance.
Scheme, bro.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Browns Eagles. I will definitely get into that later. That is not a W by any means. That is actually a moral victory.
Should you tell Sirianni that it's not? Or?
Oh, all right. I got smoke for him. Don't worry, I got smoke for him.
Woo!
Chargers Broncos. Chargers won. Chargers have definitely been under the radar. I don't know. I think it's just because they literally have nobody on that team.
I know. There's no besides Herbert.
There's nothing. No. Like I genuinely feel bad for Chargers fans because
they're running the Ravens backfield and literally. They got Lad McConkey. There's not a lot of weapons.
Yeah, this team is honestly, unfortunately, forgettable. Then we have Steelers, Raiders. Raiders just got Adams out of there, and Steelers won 32-13. Falcons, Panthers. That one was actually looking like a shootout at first, but then the Falcons just ran up the score. Yeah. Then we got the infamous 47-9 game, which I loved every second of it, except Hutchinson is out for the season.
You hate to see it,
but at least good thing he literally got surgery that night.
Yeah. So there. Yeah, and I will, and no rush with him. Obviously, you want to take your time, but he has that kind of makeup. I feel like it's not going to take long for him to come
100%.
back. He'll be back in training camp. 100%. I feel like. So
I forgot. Didn't I want to say DeMarcus Ware? I forget one player who had he was supposed to be out for someone rushed their injury back.
Was it Von Miller?
I think so.
Could have been Von Miller.
Yeah, someone rushed their injury back and
got hurt again.
Nah, he ended up playing the rest of the season. I think it was Von Miller.
I think I remember that. I think Von Miller had wasn't it an ACL?
Yeah, it was
something crazy. It
was something serious. Miles said, "Don't worry, Ronnie. You're gonna look like a Super Bowl team after Sunday morning.
I'm gonna wake up early."
I forgot y'all play each other.
Yeah.
Then the Sunday night game, Bengals Giants. I mean, what multiverse do we live in that the Bengals were struggling?
To be fair to the NFL, they tried to flex the Commanders Ravens game into that slot, which would have been must-watch TV. And I guess one of the networks blocked it because they were like, hell no, we're not getting rid of this game. I think it was CBS blocked it. They're like, we're keeping it. Because freaking the Bengals Giants, I watched a little bit, but I'm like, oh my God. And they struggled against the Giants.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that was horrible. And then Monday night nail biter though.
Yes, good game.
Mike Williams, I am sorry, but hey, you're out of there.
Yeah,
that's the better part.
What is he, wide receiver 4 now, or he's probably just gone?
He's gone.
Because what they got?
So you got Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett, Davante, Lazard.
Yeah,
and then
fill in the blank.
Yeah,
and maybe a tight end.
Yeah, Conklin, but yeah, he
was injured.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So yeah, that brother is out of there. Thank goodness. But Bills won by 3 last night, or no, 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And that is week 6. All right, so major games or major topics. I think we'll get into the obvious one. Davante Adams is reunited with his old quarterback. I'm not gonna lie, I sort of thought that he would have been better going to New Orleans, but
yeah,
he's injured.
Yeah. He would have had Rattler getting thrown, and then he would have been the only receiver on the field.
Literally, because I was watching that. I was watching the Chiefs game, and I was thinking if they had another wide receiver to open up this offense, this team would.
There would be some issues there. Yeah,
better. But he went to another bad team. I'm be real. I think Aaron Rodgers is just at that point where no matter what's happening, I don't think it's going to do anything.
I think the easy take is that it's not going to change anything. They do have an easy schedule coming up the rest of the year. But yeah, I mean, Rodgers is by week 13 is probably going to be on hobbled legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's been hobbling a lot after every game.
Yeah, the connection worked in Green Bay. It'll work here, but I don't think it gets him over the hump.
Nope.
I don't see it.
Nope.
The O-line's still going to be bad. Rodgers is still going to get pressured and still not going to be able to move.
Right.
I don't know. I don't see it.
The DE said, I said what I said. Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, the Green Bay Jets.
Ooh.
But at least somebody had to go. Robert Saleh. He was fired over, it was this past week that he was fired. Bill Belichick actually had a statement for it. He made a good comparison. Basically, all he said was, the Jets are going to be the Jets. What was it? Aim, fire, shoot?
Yes, that's what it was.
But then I thought he meant aim, or it was aim, fired, or I forgot how. I thought he meant it a different way. But he basically said, the Jets are going to be the Jets, no matter what. Honestly, was that a dumb decision? It was very messy, because first of all, you fire him. Then you have him escorted.
Yes.
He couldn't even
tell the team. Yeah.
So then you write out a report same day wishing him well.
Yeah.
And then he had to go out with his own statement. And this team.
The Jets are going to be the Jets.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, because there were a couple people that were like, maybe Belichick will go to the Jets. He shut that down.
Oh, 100%.
He just shut that down.
Hell no.
He hates the Jets. He would have gone there. But they handled it awfully. And yes, Saleh was a part of the problem. We've talked about that.
Right.
But and then the narrative that Rodgers didn't have anything to do with it. Of course he had something to do with it.
Of course he did.
God,
because we covered it. We covered speculation that of course he has a hand in it.
Yeah.
And then, what was I gonna say? Basically, he was really just the middleman.
Yeah.
He really had no control. He was being told he had to receive orders from up top to basically lie and say that Zach Wilson wasn't that good of a quarterback. Yeah. And then for only to bring him in.
And then Tim Boyle starting games. Yeah. I mean, it's just a mess. And he's the quarterback that gives us the best chance to win. Like, all this crap that makes no logical sense. So I feel bad for him. He's going to go be a defensive coordinator somewhere. Mm-hmm. Light it up. It's the Jets are the Jets.
Yeah.
And when they go like 8-9 this year, whose fault is that?
Whatever wide receiver dropped the ball that day.
Probably. But whoever Rodgers wants to throw under the bus.
Honestly. And DE said, just like the Browns is the Browns.
Same thing, yeah.
So they trade Amari Cooper to the Bills, and they get a 3rd and a 7th in return.
This one I don't hate because he was going to walk. They were not going to resign him.
Yeah.
So I get it.
But, I mean, at what point, and I keep seeing it around like social media, when do we bench Deshaun? I get it. You signed him to a Uber Max contract, and you have to honor it.
That's another one. Stefanski is getting words from up top, and it's coming down because there's no logical. He has statistically been the worst quarterback in the league.
Yes,
with like QBR and all that advanced shit. Mm-hmm. He's bad. He is making them bad.
Horrible.
He's making them bad. There's been some close games. They would have beat you guys with Jameis Winston. They would have beat you guys with Jameis Winston. There's no doubt.
You not lying, and I'm not denying that.
It's crazy, and like now they're like a joke because it's like, oh, now it's funny because they're keeping Deshaun Watson here because it's like, well, we paid him all this money, we can't look bad, but now you're losing football games,
bro. And look at where they got off of Joe Flacco last year.
I know they almost beat. What was it, the Texans?
Yeah, that was a very good game, and I'm like, dude, why didn't you just bring him back? And now he's servicing the Colts, but still. I'm like, this is crazy how you just bring somebody in and the team looks different, literally just like the Colts. Yeah. The Colts look like a different team without Anthony.
Watson is done.
Yes.
He's done, and it's mental. I don't know how you forget to play football. He did. Mm-hmm. I think it could be partially mental. He probably did a lot of the stuff that he was accused of, and he feels guilty.
I think it's and with the ongoing stuff, too, I heard some things that, like, people are still trying to ruin his career.
Yeah.
So I think it really has a lot of his mentality, and it's not more so him forgetting to play football.
Yeah,
I think he's dealing like there must be so much going on that nobody realizes or talks about.
It's probably a mess. Yeah,
to the point where it's literally affecting his career.
Yes.
So it's not. Unfortunately, this isn't really something that he can put to the side.
Yeah.
But wow, what a fall off.
And I think in Houston, he was loved by everyone. Mm-hmm. So we never really saw him respond to adversity. He was never called out. He just came out and was good.
Right.
Now I think, obviously, everyone's calling for him to get benched. Mm-hmm. I think it's in his head.
Definitely.
The allegations are in his head.
Yeah.
Everything. So it's like, here we are. He can't come back from it.
Dude, it sucks, too, because they traded away D-Hop. Yeah. And he was still performing. Yeah, they traded away D-Hop, I think. And that wasn't even his fault. That was just a horrible organization.
Yeah.
And then now it's like...
Houston bounced back. They look great.
Oh yeah, now
all those picks they got turned into 100%, gold.
Yeah, they stunk for a while, but
the Browns are the Browns, and they got stuck in purgatory again.
Yep,
and they shafted their best quarterback they've had in 25 years.
Yep, and all for nothing.
It's crazy.
DE said it's okay, Browns fans. You can have massage your stress away by benching your $230 million contract cheerleader. Jeez.
I will say he better hold on to that money because he's not going to get another job after this, and he's not going to get any Fox deals or anything like that. They do not want that on their reputation. He's done.
No, yeah, you got to pocket literally everything. So real quick, I did want to talk about. Let's see. So I just had a few things that I saved while we were getting our pockets ran by the hurricane. Bleacher Report actually did something creative, and I saved some of it. I'm not going to go through every team, but it's basically describe your NFL team through week 5, but we'll actually do it since it's week 7. So for the Jets, Davante can't save the Jets. Agreed.
I agree.
Nothing about what Davante is doing will save the Jets at all. It's definitely a quarterback thing, in my opinion. Josh Allen needs a wide receiver one, and 2 weeks later, he actually got a wide receiver one. So, which is crazy because I saw the stats. The Bills are 25th in completion to wide receivers.
They've been winning games, and he's getting touchdowns, but he's throwing for like 180, 200 yards every game. He needs a guy to go downfield.
Commanders are a complete playoff team. I agree.
I think so too, yeah.
The season is over if the Bengals do not win their next 2 games against the Giants and Cleveland. So they beat the Giants.
They did.
And we'll see the dumpster fire game if they lose against the...
There's no way they lose against Cleveland.
If they lose against Cleveland, yes, it's all right.
Yeah.
This season is...
They're already teetering on the...
Yeah. So for the 49ers, the Niners have more problems than injuries. The only thing that I can think of is maybe...
Yes. Is this team that bad because McCaffrey's out there? Because Jordan Mason's been fine. He's doing exactly what not exactly what McCaffrey did, but
I think they should have just traded Debo. I think they should have traded Debo and got whatever they got.
Keep Ayuk and trade Debo.
Maybe get rid of Ayuk, maybe because he hasn't really shown up this season.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. They just don't. Really, not much has changed. They do have a few injuries, but like it's the same team.
Just like Philly, this is the exact same team that we're watching, and nothing's changed. I mean, the only bright spot that they have is Jennings.
Jawan Jennings, yeah.
Literally, he is the only bright spot in this team, which is crazy because you literally have your best wide receiver out there and your slot receiver.
Kittle, Ayuk, Debo, and Jawan Jennings are all your weapons. You should be able to do more than what you're doing with it. But
no. DE said, honestly, Amari Cooper might be the boost the Bills need. He isn't a diva like Diggs was. Yeah, I agree. Too. He really opens up that team like a lot.
Yeah.
And so he will definitely take the pressure off of Allen, but Allen is also still known to make plays out of nothing. So I will not be surprised if we see the same type of play that he performed with when he had Diggs
with Cooper now. Yeah.
And then he also said the dumpster fire game I saw was going for $60 on SeatGeek. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah,
no one wants to go to that. Imagine if it's like rainy and
yeah, no, agreed. No. Steelers are lost on offense.
Well, we'll see, but the answer is yes.
I did actually save that link. I want to see what they said about Philly. I probably could already tell you what they're gonna say about Philly, but I'm curious to see. D said yes, agreed. Actually, I'm not gonna look for this game, or I'm not gonna look for what they said because I don't want to hold up the podcast. Okay, so real quick, I'm just gonna go over the saga of Hassan Reddick. As we last heard, he fired. No, I'm sorry, his agent.
They dipped.
Yeah,
yeah,
they're gone. So now,
is it Drew Rosenhaus took him over? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
So he is gone. Oh yeah, and then that was the firing of Robert Saleh, which I already covered, or we covered. I'm sorry. After holding out for the entire season, Hassan Reddick's agency has dropped him, and then I think I need to make a folder for these. Hassan Reddick is being sued by former business partner days after his agent dropped him. Reported that it's been pretty bad week for the two-time Pro Bowler. I'll just go over that. It probably involves Hurts for Philly. Yeah, I'm not even going to go over it. And then Jets, Hassan Reddick stiffed Biz partner for $1.6 million and hired goons to intimidate him.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
What the
So
hell?
yeah, this is a crazy thing.
That's yeah.
And then Hassan Reddick hired Drew Rosenhaus and Ryan Matha as his new agents. So my thing is, did he just not want to pay his? Actually, was there just a lot of business stuff going on underneath?
It must have been. Hassan Reddick's kind of going off the deep end because I'm like we've talked about a million times. The Jets traded for him knowing he wanted a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, what they were willing to offer him was not what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking Hassan Reddick's thinking it's his agent. Probably flipped out the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing
money,
a lot of money,
yeah.
And it's probably messing with his head too. That's the goons thing is crazy. I'm like, what year is this? It's
right.
like something from like the 60s or 70s, like
real.
mafia thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he just lost his mind a little bit. So Drew Rosenhaus might get it negotiated, but I think he's going to get traded. I don't think it's going to work out there.
And the Jets did state that they are giving him a brief time period for him to seek a trade.
Yeah. So he might. I don't, because at this point, like, you're going to come back. I don't think his teammates are going to like him because they're going to be like, you haven't played with us, you haven't been here.
Correct.
So I don't think it's going to end well. I think he gets shipped.
And he can't go back to Philly because it states that a team that trades for somebody must stay with that team for 2 seasons.
Which sucks because Philly would have been a good spot for him, logically. Bryce Huff's been, like, non-existent. You guys need a pass rush, but
that whole team has been non-existent. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah.
Before we speak about Philly, then we talked about the Calvin Ridley situation. We already spoke about Joel Embiid. Yeah, I had a ton of screenshots. This is the podcast. Yeah.
Look at him smiling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just like, there's no more rivalry in the NFL anymore. This is all just patty cake. Then we'll talk about the fan that was yelling at Sirianni, because I actually have some inside details about that as well.
Oh, okay.
So, and this was the quote that Bill Belichick said. So he said, "That's kind of what it's been there at the Jets. Barely won over 30% in the last 10 years. The owner being the owner, just ready, fire, aim."
Yeah.
And that's his release about Robert Saleh. I also want to talk about Brady's restrictions, because he also is
part owner of the Raiders now.
So apparently his restrictions: not permitted to be in another team's facility, not permitted to witness practice, not permitted to attend broadcast production meetings, either in person or virtually, prohibited from publicly criticizing game officials and other clubs. I'm already out for that.
That's the one that gets me.
Yeah.
They'd have to make an exception for him. That doesn't work.
Right. Subject to the NFL's gambling policy, well, of course.
Yeah.
And subject to the NFL's anti-tampering policy.
Some of those are avoidable. The critique for the officials and the other team, that's you
You're
be an announcer, you got to do it.
Right.
Like if someone calls a bad penalty, a ref calls a bad penalty, what is he supposed to go? Oh, well, they called it. No, he's supposed to speak up and be like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they call a penalty there?
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't work. So Fox gave them all that money, and they got to figure out something.
Definitely going to have to be a lot of loopholes.
Yeah. They're going to have to either draw something up just for him, or Fox is going to have to get rid of that contract, because it doesn't work.
Yeah. So there's a lot to talk about with this, with Philly, and then I'll just go into. Actually, was there anything else before I go into? Because I really don't want to rant, but it's loaded. It's very loaded for the past 2 weeks. Let's see. So the Bengals. Actually, I got a good question. Is the Bengals, are they missing the playoffs?
I think so, yeah.
What do we do about this team? Coach?
You trade T. Higgins.
But they have nobody on that offense.
Well, Jamar.
They need
both of them, but like, there's been so much back and forth with T. I don't think he's going to re-sign there. He's on the franchise tag. I think you got to ship him if you can get something for him. Zach Taylor, they might have to look at him a little bit. He's going to ride that Super Bowl appearance for a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Which the whole team is.
But
yeah, they're a mess.
D said, shout out to Aaron Hernandez show for Bill Belichick appearance.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new episode today, but I was busy today. But yeah, you see the Gronkowski guy?
No, I think I was watching some of the stuff like on Facebook, because I don't know if it was the show in particular, but they were talking about Aaron Hernandez, and that's when
He's
I hit
come back up a lot more lately.
Yeah, and that's when I hit up the chat, and I was just like, "Yo, like,
the Brandon Lloyd and
yeah." That's when they were saying some out of pocket stuff, and I was like, "Yo, like, did you see this?" D said for being so bad and corny, just as much as Aaron's final demise. Agreed. Honestly, so with the Bengals thing, I'm gonna be real. You got to sign T Higgins, unless y'all draft a wide receiver or you get somebody in the
Yeah, I mean, keeping the team together, something's not working. Clearly,
right?
It's coaching.
Because you see how they got rid of Joe Mixon, he's doing fine, and
he's going, yeah.
So is that? I think it's an offensive thing.
I think it is. I think it's an offensive thing. Their defense isn't terrible. I mean, like for example, the Patriots have won one game. It was against the Bengals, and it was mistakes. It was fumbles. Joe Burrow didn't look good. There's this running thing with like we've talked about with the Bengals start slow. Joe Burrow doesn't look good till like week 5. So it's got to be a coaching situation.
I was watching NFL Today, and someone said something about his wrist because
that too, yeah.
So he might not be recovering well from that.
Which it's like the injuries, man. It's like one a year,
right?
And so I don't know, but it's like clearly this isn't working. And do you change the coach? Try to get someone else in there? That's probably what I would do. Because the talent's there, like we talked about. They signed Zach Moss. That dude's not been that great.
I would have to clean house.
Yeah.
For coaching, I would have to just and then address Joe Burrow. Like, is it his wrist?
Just like put him in a chamber and like go through a whole physical on him because if there's something going on, then cool. But also, like in 2 weeks, is he going to get like IR'd because his wrist hurts and that's an excuse because he hasn't played well?
Good question, because that's what happened last season.
Yeah,
that was a bad injury.
Yeah.
Then
he's not helping himself. Like when he did the run and he did this thing, you see that with the eyebrow. I'm like, oh man, they're just they're a mess.
Yeah. So D also says, shout out to the college student that won another 100K. Yeah, I saw that.
That kick, I was watching it.
Yeah,
I know. I never see him live, and then Saban was out there, and they gave him another one right through it,
right through the middle. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So we already spoke about the Jags, the Broncos right now. So Bo Nix is actually looking pretty good.
He is, yeah, he is.
I know he and Sean are trying to get on the same page.
He checked Sean the other day on the sidelines.
Yeah,
I was like, that's completely opposite from him and Russ. He's like, no, you're not gonna do that to me.
Yeah, G checked and Russ would have just been a good church boy and just
sat down.
Lions and Vikings coming up, so definitely 2 playoff teams. Titans. As we said before, Will Levis, I mean, I understand that's your young quarterback, and he's trying to do a lot, and he has the weapons, but he's still making a lot of mistakes.
Put a lot of money into that team for him, and he's not doing enough.
As we said with the Seahawks before, either get rid of Geno or get rid of DK. I said DK. Jesus. Long day. I'm sorry. Dolphins, so next week, he will be making his return.
Tua.
Yeah. He will be making his return. And I saw a messed up comment. Somebody said his first play should be a run play. So Did
you see what Tyreek said?
No.
He said, then who's going to call the play after? And then everyone in the comments is like, bro, you can't say that. Literally on Twitter, he quote tweeted it and said, who's going to call the play after? I was like, whoa, okay. Let me see. I think that was a direct quote. Let me see if it's on here.
D says, shout out to Chiefaholics being sentenced to prison for a hot minute.
Yeah, saw that too.
What happened?
It was like the Chief superfan that used to dress up in like I don't know if it was a dog or if it was a wolf or whatever. But yeah, he was a bank robber too, so he got arrested. Yeah, that was going on I think last year, and then they finally caught him, and they.
That is insane. Yeah. I also wanted to say, Rashid Rice, he's out for so he just had surgery.
Yeah.
Okay. No, there's something else with him.
That was the tweet.
Oh my gosh. There's a whole documentary. Sheesh. I am sorry. I must live in a hole, bro. I do apologize for not being up to date with everything. Um, I will definitely. I will make my rounds on Philly later. Bucks, they're definitely headed to the playoffs. They're doing a stellar job. Chiefs 49ers. Oh, that's a rematch.
Yep.
And Giants Eagles. What are the odds that we lose this? Hey, I mean, we started all 5 games without a score in the first quarter. And you know what's crazy? The guys who I was waiting for them to get off the team with the offensive coordinators, they put up more points than these new coordinators. Yo, this team sucks. And yeah, and then the only thing I would say about the Giants, get rid of Daniel Jones.
Yeah. He's not helping you.
This team would be a lot better if you had a different quarterback, because you were wasting this defense in their prime with a bad quarterback who can't make simple throws.
If Malik Neighbors starts on Sunday, which it said he's trending that way, good luck to the backfield.
Yeah, 100%.
You put Quinyon Mitchell on him maybe, but...
Yeah, 100%. So, all right. So on Barstool Philly, there was somebody who put on Reddit that they were actually the fan that was talking
about Sirianni. Okay.
So I took a screenshot of the conversation. This is the ticket, so they have proof. I didn't want to screenshot the couple that was there just for privacy purposes.
Yeah.
But for those who actually want to see it, you can go to Barstool Philly. It's on the page, and then you can see the couple who posted it. I'm just going to go through it real quick. So this gentleman said, I was hoping to get around to this sooner, but it just did not happen. I am the fan who Sirianni's yelling at, quote unquote, at the end of the game was directed to. I am hoping to provide some context because it was actually awesome. He said that I was in the section 138, row 2, seat 4. First play of the game was a 5-yard run by Barkley. 2nd and 5, incomplete. 3rd and 5, incomplete.
Oh, yeah.
And 4th and 5, punt. I was pretty livid at that too, because I'm like, why can't we
once again 3 and out?
We can't make the first drive of the game, bro.
Against the Browns.
During the Browns' next drive, there was a TV timeout due to injury. This was during the time I voiced my concerns to Kellen and Nick. I began to yell, quote, if your star running back gets 5 yards on the first down, give it to him again. Run the ball. I had some more to say, but you get the point. He also followed up and said, Nick turned around, gestured for me to calm down, and said something to the effect of, quote, we will, don't worry, I'm on it. Fast forward to the end of the game, Nick came over to this area and began saying, I told you we were going to run, I told you. Immediately, this is paraphrasing because I had indulged quite a bit at this point. He was drunk.
Yeah.
The point being that it was not unwarranted, nor did I see it as aggressive. Rather, I saw it as him making a point to let me know he followed through. I wish I could provide this context elsewhere too, but I felt like this was at least a good place to start. Though we did not handle the Browns the way we should have, we won. More importantly, to me at least, Jalen did not turn the ball over. Go Birds. And then D said, shout out to Joker to be bombing so much harder and a certain conflict on both sides on the side of the what the hell? What D? What the fuck? Okay. All right. I'll get back to that comment. So I did also save a link that these Philly podcasters, they were talking about how Nick might be actually going insane because he shaved his head bald. And he was also saying that, that's one clear indicator that people are going through a lot of stress is when they start to shave their head.
Yeah, it's like a crisis. The only thing I didn't like about, too, was the press conference. Now, I think he brings his kids in there a lot because I've seen his kids there before.
Yeah.
But, I'm also thinking, as you bringing his kids in there to deflect from... Yes. He's not going to go up there and be like, Nick, you barely beat the...
Yes.
That's using your kid as a shield. It's
No, they called him out on it too on television on Get Up, and First take.
Because I know he's brought his kids in there before, so I'm not going to completely run with that theory, but I'm like, it's convenient. Especially right now with everything that people are throwing at you, I would leave the kids out of it.
100%.
Take it as a man on the chin.
But. Agreed. Nick Sirianni said that he made the 3rd and 1 call where Jalen Hurts got sacked right before the Eagles' field goal that got blocked.
Oh.
Sirianni also said that he made... Sirianni also said... Okay, I can't say his last name because I keep getting Siri.
Oh.
It was also said that he made a defensive call, quote, that did not work out instead of Vic Fangio at one point. So
he's got his hands in the pot.
So he should. That's another reason why I will ultimately lead up to what I say. Jalen Carter single-handedly destroyed the Saints' offense as he was celebrating the win. Sirianni wanted him to calm down, but after going toe-to-toe with the worst team in the league, Sirianni felt like talking to... he felt like talking-ish to Eagles fans? LOL. And that was another report that I got. And I guess I say all that. Those are all past reports, and I'm sorry that I did not clarify. Everything that I read was past reports of what was going on being said with Sirianni and the fan who was supposedly being yelled at and spoken to him. Honestly, how do I feel about all this, bro? For the past 2 weeks, so what was it? We're in week 7, so we had the bye week 5. Then we played. I know we lost.
That was
So we had the bye week 5.
It was a good team, I think.
Week 6. Okay, so we only played 1 week because we didn't play week 5, so we only played weeks.
Yeah, this was your first game back after the bye.
Yeah, so we're 3-2. So we're tied with the Cowboys. Honestly, I feel like I find myself just not really wanting to spend too much time on this team because I find myself saying a lot of stuff, but then there's just more news that comes out that I just have to address. Yeah. And I'm genuinely, I'm gonna be real, dog. I'm tired of this team. We're a bad team.
They're not enjoyable to watch.
Truly, get rid of Nick.
You have to.
At this
it's
point.
Over. It's done.
It's not even the fact. It's not even the fact that he's even making it a point to coach the team. He's not taking the coaching job serious.
No.
At all.
No.
It's more so like I feel like his humbling attitude, not even humbling, his joking demeanor and attitude has overshadowed how serious he takes this job. Because I'm pretty sure that this job means the world to him, and he dedicates and prides himself on being a head coach.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But the actions aren't being shown.
No.
The play calling, it's really like it's so bad that I don't want to see this football team on. But I'm such a diehard
that you're gonna watch it, yeah.
But it's to the point where it's almost as if I want this team to fail just to prove a point. But we're so good of a team where you have Jalen Hurts dropping the ball in a breadbasket to AJ Brown, and it's like, this is what this team is.
Yeah.
Like, we have talent.
That if he hadn't hit that, if there wasn't enough talent on the field, that wouldn't have happened. But there is, because AJ Brown's one of the best receivers in the league, and there you go.
But then I think about all the teams of Philadelphia players that we had, and I'm just like, and I said that most skilled, in my opinion, was probably the Vic era.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have the Carson era, and now the Hurts era. I'm just like, we've had so many eras where we just had either bad defense and good offense, or vice versa.
Yeah.
This is the team where we finally have everything on all fronts. And
it's a high playoff team, Super Bowl team on paper.
Mm-hmm.
That their talent's there. Yes, your defense sometimes they underperform, but like the offense should perform a lot better than what they're doing. Absolutely.
And it's to the point where now people are still mad at Jalen Hurts because I see all the stuff that people talk about.
Yeah.
People like Jalen Hurts is now a punchable face.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to really associate
how quickly
with
it turns. Yeah.
D said Joker 2 failed at the box office. I described another word in the text above and reference a conflict between two countries that shouldn't have been happening out of common sense. Okay, so I caught that part. And you said I was giving a shout out for its failure. And you said maybe Philly just has one ring and that's been messing with me. No, not necessarily. It's more so I'm just tired of incompetence. I'm tired of, and you know, it's been like this too even when we had our Super Bowl season.
Yeah.
It's been like that. But it's just progressively been getting worse and worse. And again, going through 5 weeks of played football games, and you're telling me that this team can't score in the fourth quarter? I'm sorry, the first quarter? And you have bum teams.
Yeah.
You have teams that like probably only put up like maybe 2.5, 3 touchdowns a game. They're scoring.
Yeah.
Bro, the Panthers
with Andy Dalton.
The Panthers are literally scoring in the first quarter. Yeah. Bro, the Panthers through the first 7 weeks have put up more combined points than Philly. And
that's insane. It's crazy.
It's to the point where I'm like, are we even trying anymore? And it genuinely it makes me want to say words I can't say because I want to keep it professional. Yeah. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired
absolutely.
I'm tired of seeing Darius Slay's ignorant self on podcasts where we're technically enemies. Would I ever, if I was in that situation, I would probably have to be retired.
Yeah. Because if I'm that point, yeah.
If I'm playing, I'm going to the Ops podcast, hell no, I don't like you.
No.
So we like as an organization, we lost that. We lost the fire. Yeah. I feel like I genuinely feel like I'm an old head talking about what football once used to be.
I mean, I think it's just logical thinking. It's the same thing with Davante Maddox. You play Fortnite? You still want to play Fortnite?
Bro, we're getting so cooked right now, and you're asking him about Fortnite? I'm like, yo, this team has no discipline. I'm not talking to you. I'll dap you up after the game.
Mike Evans put up stupid amount of yards, got a touchdown on him.
Bro is dogging us right now for touchdowns, and you're asking about Fortnite. So to me, it's like this team has become too buddy.
Yeah,
I get it. Like they're vets, and you know they got kids, and to them it's like, okay, yeah, this is a job, my career, but like they also think about life after football.
Yes,
but as a fan who supports the team, at least when I see y'all on TV, can you actually act like you want to put in some effort?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying go out and take somebody's leg out.
No, but just play hard. I mean, just play like you have pride.
But show some effort. D said we play Fortnite. Devin plays Fortnite. I'm like, bro, like to me, it's like, can we get some consistency? Why is it when we run the ball, we do the complete opposite?
Oh, it's like, but it's just like. And the thing with like the Fortnite thing is, I don't know if you meant, but like we all play Fortnite, but like he could have said, "Oh, Call of Duty or 2K," any kind of video game. Like you're talking about video games with the guy that is torching you right now. It's a bad look.
It's like dog. Like it just shows that it shows that you're.
It's bad. It's just
I'm going in circles. Honestly, it generally hurts. So, starting at the top, what coach did, that was a bad look. He was trying to soften the blow and escape accountability by bringing his kids into the interview.
That's a bad look. Even him responding, so like now knowing the context of it, it's not as bad as it was because I thought he was just like, "How do you like that, you effing piece of," to his fans. Mm-hmm. He was talking with the same guy, but I'm like, are you focused on the drunk guy in the stands? Like he's talking to you, you go 3 and out, and your first reaction is to turn around and be like, "Don't worry, we're gonna run the ball." It still looks bad. Do you think Belichick would have turned around and talked to the fans that are drunk out of their mind in the first round? No one cares.
They don't. Belichick do not think that they exist.
No.
At all.
Nope. You got to tune them out.
Bro's literally out there stone cold face, and he could give 2 damns about anything going on.
Even, I'll give it Tomlin, another old school coach. He's not talking to the fans in the stands.
Even J.B. Bickerstaff for the Detroit Pistons. Now he's instilling old school ways.
Because he's been around for so long. They needed that. Because they had no continuity in the locker room. They were just all over the place. the Eagles are all over the place. They have no one to talk to them and lead them. And it's like, and Jalen, good quarterback, good person, probably not vocal enough to really command the locker room, especially over your head coach. Your head coach should kind of hold you up, and then you're there to reinstate that message.
But then in that post-game interview, it was opposite because they were asking Jalen about Sirianni stuff, and then he was like, I forget the answer that he said, but he had to take the high road just to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
Because he was just so unprofessional about
it. They're cleaning up after their coach. They had enough to. They're struggling on the field because of the play calling. Now they're worried about their coach too. He's got to go. He's got to go.
Basically, what D said, it's the NFL today because it's really like this on all fronts. It's just
again, we can't harp on it. We can't change it because it's just enjoy it or don't. But
it's just so hard to because like we're still in the mindset of if you're in the NFL, like I get it, dog. Like the journey was stressful getting there. And I know it's stressful being there and trying to win, but at some point in time, you still have to make things about getting the job done.
Yes.
But what I feel like we've been doing the complete opposite. I kid you not. If we did not get Saquon and we still kept DeAndre Swift and we were playing this bad, and I always spoke highly of DeAndre Swift, but seeing what he's doing in Chicago, and they're not the best running team. It's definitely two different calibers of running backs.
Yes.
And the fact that Saquon is literally leading the league and keeping us afloat literally speaks to the type of player he is.
Yeah.
And speaks to how bad of a team we are.
Exactly. Absolutely. Your running back's holding you up. Without him, you guys probably 2-4.
We'd be the same record as Cleveland right now.
1-5.
1-4.
Yeah.
Well, because they're 1-5, but we have the
bye week. Yeah,
so
true.
We'd be 1-4.
Yeah,
we'd be just as bad. We would literally probably.
You guys aren't winning week 1 because he carried you through the Packers game.
He's literally
He's carried you through most of
every game, literally every single game.
Worth every dollar you paid him, but like that's a problem when you have to rely on your running back for everything.
But it's to the point where we have like Sirianni has to stop.
Yes,
having his hands in the pot.
If he's openly admitting that he's calling these plays that are not working, then he's definitely calling more than that. He's just picking out a few.
So the Bills, 49ers, Eagles, and probably another team right now are literally the same teams that we saw from last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
Texans. As far as like how good they are or how disorganized they are?
Disorganized.
Oh, not the Texans then. Okay, yeah.
Because the Texans
49ers are, yeah.
Yeah, because same players, same team, not looking the same. Bills, I mean, they just got Amari Cooper, but I honestly feel like we'll still be seeing the same team.
I think so.
And then Philly.
Yeah.
That's honestly,
that's it.
If I have anything else to say, I'll probably address it next week. But
yeah,
I don't want to give up on this team, but I just want to be able to control my my want for this team to succeed because
you always want them to, but
that's
until something changes, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's literally all I got. What's up, DE? I don't know if you saw this quote by Malcolm Brogdon. I was just going through my my screenshots.
Oh God, here we go.
He said, "This is a full circle moment for me to be able to play for the Wizards. It's always a team I put on. I've always wanted to put a jersey on for." Oh my God!
I thought it was gonna be some Celtics bullcrap.
No, bro.
That's what makes me happy is that he had to watch them win last year.
Yeah,
he got himself out of town
for real.
We liked him. No one had a problem with him.
Yeah.
Got sour.
Bro, just.
I do want to talk about too. Are you done with the Eagles?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, the Patriots. Have you seen any kind of dysfunction that's been going on with that locker room and that team?
So
it's getting bad. It's getting worse every day.
So, hold on. So D, you said the poll. Yeah, I don't know who voted KD, bro. Hey, if you got any more YouTube accounts, go ahead and vote up LeBron. So the only thing that I saw was Jacoby is on borrowed time. Not that he's going to be released, but he's not going to start.
So there's that, but the Jabril Peppers thing. We didn't talk about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So yeah, he got arrested.
So it was what's the word? Not assault, I guess. But they never battery kind of. Yeah, they didn't really specify
or arson.
No, it was a assault. So it wasn't like domestic violence. They didn't say it was that, but it was an assault. They didn't say who it was on. Then he had a possession. It was Class B substance, which I think is cocaine. I don't know if I can say that on here, but so he got arrested for that. Now he's on the suspension list by the commissioner. Then Christian Barmore last night got arrested. Not arrested, he got pulled over. He got pulled over. He said he was being racially profiled by the police in Rhode Island. I guess the body cam footage has to come out so we can see exactly what happened, but they said he was speeding. Apparently he says he wasn't speeding. They said when they walked up to the car, he was fumbling like he was trying to move something around. So it could have been drugs, who knows what it was. But that came out, and then now you have your locker room, and I don't think you've seen a lot of this, but openly, like Kayshon Boutte gets up on the podium, he's like, we're not explosive enough, we're not aggressive. This play calling is not it. It's just like Mayo has like no control over it.
Coach was right there too?
No, this was they all did their individual after practice things, and he was like, we're not aggressive enough. We just kind of sit there, let the other team score, and then we don't do anything. Openly, open mic, and then Jalen Polk was on there saying that he's had like 15 drops this year. He's like, they're not putting me in a position to succeed. I mean, this is like within the last week, this just keeps happening. And they're 1-5. I'm just after this podcast, later, look it up. Just type in you can see the whole scroll of.
Oh my!
It's like going under the radar, but it's like starting to look. You going, oh, this is concerning. This is not good.
So the drop Mayo experiment is.
It's not looking good so far. This is stuff that would not have happened with Belichick.
Oh,
you have 2 players involved with the law in a week and a half.
Yeah.
Jack Jones did it. He was gone within
48 hours.
Yeah. So I don't know, but it's not looking good.
Wow.
Especially when you're 1-5.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I thought I had it rough.
Yeah, but it's not as bad with us, and that's why no one's focusing because we're 1-5.
Yeah. I mean,
and Gerard's a rookie coach, so it's like, oh, he gets a pass for a while, but I'm like, dude, get control of this locker room.
Yeah, there's no
Drake May's there, and he's like the golden child, and he's surrounded by all this now, and I'm like, if they don't get everyone around from him, like, leave him alone, everyone else is going to bring him down. It's a mess. Oh, God. Yeah. So that's Patriots land right now.
DE said Max Muncy ripped his pants just now.
I didn't see that.
Wow.
Damn.
That is crazy.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, the Patriots are being the Patriots right now.
A raging dumpster fire.
Pretty much.
All right. So lastly, we are going to do our picks of the week, and then hopefully nothing prevents us from potting next week, because I mean, my gosh, it's not even our fault, but I had half of mine to actually, I was genuinely thinking about doing the pod that Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
but it was like literally storming.
It was outside. It was just raining really hard, and I was like, I was thinking, I'm like, I'm not going out.
No.
It crossed my mind though. I'm like, if he mentions it, I'll see.
Oh hell no! I was not gonna have y'all join, or nah. I was literally just gonna sit here and just because it was getting towards 7 o'clock. I was like, you know what?
It's doable.
I got power, but then I literally saw a bunch of lightning strikes, and I was
that too. Yeah, I was like, nah.
I'm not gonna chance it. And then D said, and MLB just put up a SpongeBob meme over it, putting the song "Rip Pants."
Oh God!
Sheesh.
Ooh.
All right, so we are going to close out the pod with our picks. I don't remember anything. I think we covered everything that's notable.
I think so. Yeah.
So we have tomorrow's game, Thursday night game with the Broncos and the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Broncos because
That's the Broncos. I'm not going to say nothing's a given, but I don't see how they keep it close.
This might be a snores fest.
So we'll go. Hold on here. Okay, so Broncos. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. D. Yeah, I'll try to, because he also wants to.
Oh, that's fine.
Picks as well. So, all right. So we got Broncos, Saints. So you got DE. Miles, if you're here too, what's your picks, bro? Wow, I did not realize, because I follow Philly fan media, like all the Philly pages on Facebook, and like some people will say some stupid stuff, and then other people put their opinions. Okay, so he has the Saints.
Okay,
so you got the Saints. Okay, so then we have the London game between the Patriots and the Jags. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go with Jags.
Understandable. I'm gonna take the Patriots, but
Miles is going with the Saints. I want to give y'all the. I just think
I saw enough out of Drake May. So Drake May goes against one of the best pass defenses in the NFL, put up 3 touchdowns. The Jags are not even anywhere close to that.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I'll give credit to the Jags for is they are here. They're in London the whole week. So they have no jet lag. But I'm going to stick with the Pats. Last time I picked them, they burned me against Miami, but see how it turns out. I'm scared.
So Miles is going with the Patriots, and DE is also going with the Patriots.
Oh, there we go. Okay. You might look good or you might look bad.
I need to change my pick?
No, stick with it, because I need good luck. If we all pick the Patriots, that's bad luck.
Christian Kirk to the Steelers? Sheesh.
Oof.
DE, that's a crazy take. I'll stick with the Jags, but Miles, if y'all let me down, I will definitely be giving y'all a piece of my mind next Wednesday. All right, so now we got a NFC North divisional game between the Lions and the Vikings. I am going with the Lions. You know the Jags are gonna jag. You know what? I'm gonna give y'all a chance. I'm gonna say that Trevor Lawrence puts up more points than he did last week.
So I've typed Vikings and Lions twice. I don't know.
I got Lions definitive pick.
Give me the Vikings.
Vikings.
Yeah. Good game. It's gonna be definitely a good game.
Sam Darnold is really out here just balling.
God.
No signs of slowing down yet.
No. Derek Carr did. He did not.
No. Yeah. D said I'm going with the Lions as well. I believe the Viking streak ends, and Miles also said the Lions.
Damn. It's not a bad pick. I mean, it's probably going to be right, but
right. Hey, I don't know. We might be an upset because I picked the Lions to go against the Bucks, and the Bucks shut them out pretty well.
Yeah,
Bucks shut them out pretty well. All right, fellas. So next game we have the Titans versus the Bills. I'm going with Buffalo.
Okay. All right.
I've been rocking with Buffalo for I think that's my second.
This is not good. Will Levis and DeMar Hamlin are on the same field.
Yeah.
Could be a meme. Hopefully nothing bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something's got to give with Levis, but yeah, I'll take the Bills.
D said, so it's safe to say that J.J. McCarthy lost his job to Darnold for the future.
Oh, if Darnold goes to the Super Bowl, I think
honestly, if they go to the playoffs, then he's not starting next season.
No.
I'll say that.
They'll give him some injury time.
Right, I'll say that. So, DE said Buffalo. Josh said Buffalo. Oh, you hated saying that?
It'd be funny if the Titans upset him.
If the Titans upset, then Buffalo, your season is done. I don't care what your record is. I don't care.
You can't recover from that, no.
Yeah, there's no recovering from that. Buffalo, so we're all in agreement for Buffalo?
Yeah.
All right. If the Buffalo fumble,
oof.
Yeah, it's a wrap. This one will be an easy one. Dolphins, Colts.
Colts.
Going with the Colts.
Yep.
Only because they have a quarterback.
I know. Flacco's probably going to torch him.
Yeah, Flacco.
Oh, is Richardson starting, or are we still doing the Flacco thing?
No, I think he injured his hip.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so he's out for a hot minute.
Well, no, I'm saying How close is he to coming back? Did they say?
Oh, damn. Yeah, this was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
he still needs time. Yeah, he still needs time.
They're probably not rushing it back either. Flacco's going.
Oh yeah. What? I am not throwing that man in there.
I'd be like, nah, it's okay.
Take it easy. Heck yeah. As a New Yorker, we don't claim Buffalo.
That's fair.
I understand. All right, fellas. So, Dolphins versus the Colts. DE said Colts because their O-line is pretty good regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, and man has definitely had a lot of time back there.
Yes.
It really doesn't take him that long to...
No, he's still at 39. Read the field correctly.
For real,
yeah.
It really doesn't take him that long, so... All right, Josh and Miles, who's your... You got the Dolphins or the Colts? All right, both got Colts.
All right.
So now Seahawks versus the Falcons. I'm going with the Dirty Bird Falcons.
I'll take the Falcons.
I was about to say, you taking the Seahawks?
I think they're going to keep.
I'm sorry. I've totally. Look, if the Seahawks turn around this season, I'll eat my words.
Yeah, but I don't. It's not looking likely.
Yeah, as of right now,
yeah,
DK is literally 2 more games off from being suspended for anger management, which is totally understandable.
Yeah, at this point, I get frustrated.
Yeah,
lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, so we got Falcons, and DE. Who you rolling with? Gotta rep your home city. Because this next game will actually be pretty good. Falcons, because why not? Got you. Okay. So this will actually be a pretty good game. I think I'll tune in for this game. We have the Texans versus the Packers.
Ooh.
So 2 young quarterbacks proving themselves. Both high-scoring teams.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about if anybody's seen it, but the Packers have definitely been putting up a lot of points this season.
They have been, yes.
So this will be
that Vikings game. They were down and then they came all the way back almost. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna take the Texans. You going with the Texans?
I went with the Texans.
It's a toss-up.
It's really a toss-up.
Yeah.
It really comes down to defense, but what's been working for the Packers is that they have the most depth at wide receiver.
They do.
Like
they got guys that can, and then Tucker Kraft has come on as the tight end.
Yeah.
What they have: Reed, Watson, Dobbs. Definitely people I'm missing, but they got a lot of receiver depth.
Yeah. Josh said you don't know who to choose on that one.
Yeah.
Miles said Packers. I need J Love to go off for fantasy purposes, and DE said I'm going with the Texans because I can't go against CJ. All right, Josh. You gotta go with somebody.
It is a toss-up. If we get it wrong, then we get it
wrong.
Honestly,
I would not be. I would not be mad. It's like the Packers just have literally like every game. It's almost been like I want to say they've been outscoring the Chiefs.
Oh, I would say probably easily. Mahomes has been quiet this year for the most part.
And another game for Travis Kelce to just look. Yo, is he that cooked or
what? I think was it the game before the bye week. I think he had like 80 yards, but I think I think we're on the downslope.
I mean, but last season,
I know.
Yo, it's 2 different players.
I wonder if they win the Super Bowl, I feel like he's done.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think
Is it?
What else are you gonna do?
I mean, what happened to the fall off?
I don't know.
Is it the Swift effect? I think the
could
Swifties. I think maybe the Swifties. All right, so Josh said, honestly, I'm gonna just say Packers. Oh, you don't keep up with the other 2 teams? Gotcha. All right, so we got the Pack. All right, so we got the Cincinnati game.
Ooh.
We got the Browns versus the Bengals.
I'm gonna take the Bengals.
I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah,
but I will not be surprised if the Browns win.
I would not either.
So if the Bengals lose, season's a wrap.
I believe we can call it that.
And
start looking at the draft picks.
You might want to start blowing up the state.
That's what I'm saying. You got to start looking at some players you can trade. Older players, contract expiring.
you got to start at the coaching staff. Yeah. Maybe GM. I don't know.
You leave Burrow, and Burrow's not. He's a good quarterback.
Get a running back.
Yo,
this team is going to get
O-line help, running back. Maybe pay Jamar since he's there. I mean, that's it.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Josh said Travis Wash. I didn't want to go out and say it because maybe it's just like a down year, but I don't know. Like
having a down year when you get to the mid-30s, so it's like, is this it?
I mean, but look at Tony Gonzalez. I mean, I get it. That's different types of. I mean,
even Gronk did take a year off, then went to Tampa. He came in, he was back, he was like 32.
Yeah,
and then he wasn't as good,
but he was still. Yeah, I mean, but that was a fall off.
I know.
Like Travis, a fall
I know.
off. So Miles, you know with the Browns?
Whoa!
Get Joey B to the Jags. Ew,
oh my God.
Brother, what? Oh. Ain't no way. Josh said Bengals, but the Browns have been decent. No, no. The Browns and the Bengals have been horrible. They almost have the same record. The Bengals have one more win than the Browns, and the Browns only have one win. And then DE said Browns because Chubb. I think he's come back after week 8 or this.
Is
week?
It this week? I think.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I thought it was week 8. I'm sorry.
Let me see what it says on fantasy. I think he might be questionable or he's ready to go. Let me see. Chubb.
My fault. I thought it was.
Oh, it says he's out this week. So he's expected to make his debut week 7 against the Bengals. I guess he's not up yet.
Got it. Okay. All right. My fault.
Yeah.
All right. All right, chat. Next game. I don't want to mention this game.
It's boys.
It's a rivalry game.
Oh.
Eagles Giants.
Yeah. For comedic purposes, I'm gonna take the Giants. And I'm honestly not gonna be surprised.
Honestly, y'all know who I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with the Eagles. But
a Giants win could be the tip of the iceberg. This could knock it out. As far as Sirianni.
So I'm gonna say this. If we lose, Sirianni is gone.
I think so. I think he could be.
And I know we're not big components of making a lot of trades in the or during the season.
Yeah.
We will honestly look to move a bunch of people.
Bradbury, Slay, get Cooper in there, get not Davante Maddox, Quinyon Mitchell in there. Get the younger guys playing because at this point, you can't trade. Who's Brandon Graham's still there, right?
He'll retire.
But this is his last year? Okay.
He'll retire.
But I'm saying you can't trade him. You just let him write his contract out. But yeah, you got to start looking at people to move. But yeah, I'll take the Giants. It wouldn't surprise me.
All right. So, Josh, you said you only keep up with the teams that you like. DE said he is also going with the Giants pick for comedic purposes as well.
Yeah.
Miles said, if y'all lose to the Giants, Sean, don't send Philadelphia off the map. I'm going to be real. If we lose, I don't know. I genuinely, like, this is also why I wish Devin was here as well, so I could feed off of his crash out energy. I don't know what I'm going to do. What is there to do other than crash out?
Not much.
I don't know what to do. Y'all got me. Maybe I'll wear a dunce cap. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I'll do. And then Josh also said, "Gotta rep his home with the Giants, but does he have faith in them? Hell no."
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. Yeah, got my hands tied behind my back. I don't know. But we also have the Raiders and the Rams.
Give me the Rams.
What are the chances? Because I feel bad for Antonio Pierce. I mean, I don't know, but that's
there's a radio show in Boston. I don't put any stock behind this because they just hired Antonio Pierce, but apparently someone high up in the league said that Brady's going to look to bring Belichick in as the coach there.
Oh, that's.
I don't believe that at all.
That's cap.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all. But
DE, you said wear a Saquon Barkley Giants jersey if they lose.
Oh,
we can all wear clown's face together. And you'll also you guys will take the Rams.
See, the only thing I just thought about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Saquon's returning to. Yeah, that might not go well for him.
He said that he doesn't expect to get booed, but
he's gonna go off though. He's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, Honestly, if we lose, then we lose.
Yeah.
Honestly, D, buy a Giants jersey. I gotta see when that aligns with when I get paid, but honestly, I'll probably do something like that. I don't care at
The
this
Saquon
point.
ones are probably like $20.
Something.
Yeah.
So Josh is taking the Rams. Miles is taking the Rams. DE, will you also be taking the Rams? Ugh, this team sucks. I'm sorry, this team sucks.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the game between Raiders and Rams? Rams. Okay. All right, next game. Panthers, Commanders.
Commanders.
Commanders. No, wait for the chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Kevin Durant also won this poll, by the way.
Oh. Adds up. By a landslide, or was it?
Just by like one vote.
Oh, okay.
Jaden Daniels, Rookie of the Year. Yep.
I would say
Yeah.
at this point it's pretty clear, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Josh is going with the Panthers. Said no one ever. So we're all in agreement for Commanders.
Sure are.
Then Chiefs 49ers. That's the 425 game.
God, I hope this is the week they lose, but I think they'll probably pull it out. Take the Chiefs.
I'm just gonna roll with the 49ers.
Sure hope so.
All right, chat. So Chiefs 49ers. I'm going with the. Okay, so yeah, Josh is going with the Commanders. I forget where. I hate this.
It's a 10, delayed 15, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. It's like a 10, 15 second delay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chiefs. CMC. Oh, so you're going with the 49ers? Yeah, no, CMC is not coming back for the season. It's not. He's on IR, but since he's having Achilles issues in both of his Achilles, he's not coming back. They place him on IR, but to me, he's out for the season.
Yeah.
Josh said 49ers because I don't want to say Chiefs. And knowing DE, he is probably going to go with them 40 fraudulent Niners, which I don't blame him at all. Then the next game, we have the Jets and the Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers.
I'm going to go with the Jets because this Russ thing is not going to work.
I agree. Oh, yeah, that is true.
Yeah. It's just not going to work. Unless we get something in the next 2 days or 3 days about Fields starting, I don't see it.
So Miles said he is going with the Chiefs because no CMC.
Yeah.
To me, they still have offensive weapons, just minus CMC, and Pat Mahomes is struggling.
6 touchdowns, 6 picks this year.
Mm-hmm. D said the Chiefs because the new Tom Brady is in town, and moreover, I'm the new princess. Josh said Steelers because F the Jets, they fail me every time. Miles said Jets because D is going to join us in the clown face paint.
Oh.
Sheesh. Someone actually voted Steph Curry.
Oh.
Well, KD is still running away with this poll. Okay. So then we have... All right, so the Jets, Steelers, that's Sunday night.
Okay.
We have 2 Monday night
again. Okay. I think it's Arizona, and then it's...
Well... We're going to be watching the Ravens-Bucks game.
Yes, that'll be a good game.
So, I'm going with the Ravens.
I am too. I want to say the Bucks, but I think they got way too hot last week. They're not doing that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's stopping Derrick Henry right now?
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
Dude looks like he's 24 again.
Yeah, who's stopping? And then lastly, and I will get back to the chat after we pick the last game, Chargers Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals.
Give me the Chargers. Cardinals are letting me down a little bit.
I sort of feel like there's no wrong answer.
There's not. No.
I don't think there's a wrong answer.
I don't think if the Cardinals win, it's an upset because they hang in the games, right. But I just don't.
I mean, ultimately, if the Chargers win, it's more of a staying competitive in the West. But it's not really. I don't know. I don't really see the Chargers getting far this season.
No,
and it's really not on Harbaugh's
maybe fault. Playoff, but like probably 9-8.
I wouldn't say 9-8. I'd just say over. Strong. I would say over 500. Yeah, but I mean, if anything, I can see them finishing second.
Yeah,
in the West right now. Let's see. So DE said Jets because my franchises are idiots thinking Russ will do crap.
Mm-hmm.
Josh is going with the Ravens. Miles is going with the Chargers. So then we also have the Ravens Buccaneers game. So Josh is going with the Ravens. So and then we also have the Ravens Bucks, Chargers Cardinals.
Yeah.
Those are the last two games. DE said Ravens because only the Steelers figured out Lamar. And then, we just got power rankings. Oh, shout out to Darian because he just dropped power ranking. So of course, right now in NFL, this is for Week 7. Chiefs number 1, Vikings 2, Ravens 3rd, Lions 4th, Texans 5, Bills 6, Falcons 7, Commanders 8, Packers 9. Bucks, they're 10th. San Fran is 11.
Oh.
The Bears are 12.
Creeping.
Philly is 13th. And we actually fell one. Yeah, so we were actually 13. Oh, yeah. Or I'm sorry. Yeah. Steelers are 14th.
Okay.
Chargers 15th. Seahawks 16th. Bengals 17th. Saints 18th. Cowboys 19th. Broncos 20. Jets are the 21st. Colts 22nd. Cardinals 23rd. Rams the 24th. Giants are the 25th.
Damn.
Raiders are 26th. Titans are 27th. Oh yeah, this is the battle of the ones here. Browns 28th. Dolphins 29th. Your team is 30th.
Oh.
Panthers are 31st. Okay. And Jags are the 32nd.
We moved up to.
And yeah, we are pedestrian as all hell. So honestly, we definitely appreciate y'all kicking it with us. We definitely ran over overtime. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. And so the poll says that Kevin Durant. The hell did the poll go? Shout out to YouTube. Yo, the poll disappeared off the. Yeah, it's not even here.
Damn.
Yes, yeah, it's not. Oh, hold on. Live chat. Okay, there we go. All right, so Kevin Durant won the poll with 50% of the votes, saying that he will retire first. Honestly, I honestly see that happening.
Yeah,
I see that happening. DE said Chargers because their run game is still tough. Agreed. Yeah, that's literally all they have because they have no one to pass it to. But Justin Herbert has figured it out, thankfully. So, but honestly, we appreciate y'all kicking with us. Thank y'all for being patient with us because we did go through a hurricane. I keep seeing that there's stuff out in the Atlantic, but it's not really.
That one, it pissed me off because it was like trying to scare people.
Yeah,
like, it's coming right at us in like 2 days. I'm like, everyone was like, that's not real.
The one that was in the Gulf or like a little bit below us, that was like supposed to.
Yeah, it was like supposed to be right in the corner, and they were like, it wouldn't even take that path.
Yeah,
so I was like, okay.
I was like, wow, dude.
People are stupid.
Yeah, all for shits and giggles, but yeah, there's another one like way out to the east, but it's honestly projected to tailspin north or just keep going west, but like nowhere near us.
We only have, I think, like a month left of hurricane season, so as long as we get out of that, we're good.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think we're gonna have any storms.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
Honestly, I think those two that we had
we're bad enough. Yeah. We're good
I think we're okay. Yeah. But we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode. Thank y'all. We did 2 weeks of catching up and a longer episode today. But all three of us will be back next week. We will cover more baseball. We will definitely be talking about the World Series next week. We will definitely be covering hockey, and then I think we will be a little bit closer to tip off. Yes. I think it's October 30th. Okay, so then we'll give our just our quick preview of the NBA. Yeah. And then then we'll cover some more college, and then we'll also cover, I think I said hockey.
Yeah.
So
we'll get into all that.
We appreciate thank everybody. Thank you, DE. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, Josh, for tuning in for another episode, and we will be back next week. Almost at 9 a.m., 7 p.m. Sharp. But appreciate y'all for tuning in. Until next time.